much oil we're producing, what our current GDP is, where our job, you know what I'm saying, like, unemployment rates are, where the stock market is, where, if the wages are exceeding inflation. I mean, by every single measurable standard, America's doing very well right now.
Well, I don't think that. I think under Trump, I think that, what do you call it? I'm not going to blame it all on Biden either, but I think that the economy got really kind of screwed up because of COVID and everything. But dude, I think
Nah, that
Trump.
says me. I don't say any of these. I'm sorry. I don't say any of these things. I'm looking at what the government is reporting and what other economists have analyzed. But anyways, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I think that Trump in his 3 years of being president, I think the economy was. I know that I was thriving under his economy, and that's being honest. Because I can tell you what I was doing and who was working for me, and what I was making, and everything, and what I'm making now and stuff. So I mean, that's factual, and we can talk about why it is the way that it is. But if you're saying that the economy is so great right now,
Do you have a piece of paper and a pencil?
sure,
Okay. I want you to do me a favor. Can you break it out real quick?
yeah,
All right. I want you to write this down.
go ahead.
Dear Barack Hussein Obama,
Okay.
thank you for your policies that enabled Trump to have an amazing economy for the first couple of years that he was in office. I appreciate you, and I wish you could be our president again. And then you put that in the envelope. I don't know his address off the top of my head, but I'm sure if you send it to the White House, they'll get it to the right people. Literally.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let me figure out the address. But you know what, dude? So they say that Barack Obama actually did 3 terms.
No, who says that?
They say,
Who's they?
I guess you could call them the conspiracy theory people. But
I don't listen, man. Maybe it's the tism, like maybe it's my autism, maybe it's something else. Maybe it's like the way my parents raised me. I don't know. But I can't live in the fray. Like the way that my brain works is very linear. Like I don't care about people's emotions. I really don't. Like you can ask anybody who's ever been in an intimate relationship with me. I can only I can only go based on like what I can actually quantify. Like what is the facts?
Who was Obama's VP?
Biden.
Okay. So they were pretty darn close, right? Obama has a speech where he said, the only way that I would ever be part of a presidency again is if I could run it.
He didn't say that while he was president, though.
You're right. He said that after.
Yeah, after you know what I'm saying, like when he was on like the Colbert show or something like that, and it was a joke. He laughed, Colbert laughed, everybody in the crowd laughed. Like nobody takes that seriously. And you know what? The only reason that you guys know that happened is because Jimothy here said that if you vote for me now, you'll never have to vote again. And so, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like the propaganda machines had to go run and find somebody else to say, oh, well, did somebody else say something like this so that we can deflect from what he said and move it on to, to them? Like, man, listen, I work in politics. It's literally what I do, right? And so I know all of the tricks of the trade. We immediately have to scramble. We have to find if anybody else has ever said something like this before so that we can say, oh, well, what this person said isn't that bad because it's been said before. That doesn't make it okay. I don't think it's funny if Obama says it, and I certainly don't think it's funny if somebody running for president says, if you vote me in, you'll never have to vote again because we'll fix it so good. I don't think that any of these things are funny.
So that was taken completely out of context, but sure.
Well, here, let's just play it. I don't like I said, I don't like to live in the fray. I don't like to live in the fray. I want to hear.
And vote just this time.
Can't start from right there either. You gotta back it up.
You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years. You know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
What does that mean, dude?
We'll have it fixed so good that in 4 more years you won't have to vote is crazy.
What does that mean? Tell me what it means to you.
Listen, so what we can't do, right, as rational, logical human beings, what we can't do is we can't infer. Do you know what infer means?
Yeah, I'm asking you what it meant.
So we can't add words, right, that weren't said to a speech. Like we can't put things, right, into a speech unless you know him personally and then you talk to him and you have a recording of that conversation that you can play back to me and tell me that, oh, this is what I actually meant. But what he actually said was, vote right now. You'll never have to vote again. Never, right, means never. I'll have it fixed so good that you won't have to vote again means you don't have to vote again. I know other people that have done that. Maduro. What's his name in Russia? Putin. You know what I'm saying? Kim Jong-un. Like,
You're a simpleton if you think that that's what that guy meant.
Well,
dude.
the fact that I graduated high school at 16, college at 19 with multiple degrees, and then my master's degree by the time that I was 24, and I'm a member of Mensa, it's a pretty good chance that I'm not a simpleton. As a matter of fact, there's multiple articles written about me. Would you like to see some of them? So I think that probably I'm not a simpleton. I think that I'm probably very logical, and I've analyzed this in great detail.
I think that you've probably listened to a lot of clipped sound bites.
Actually, I don't do any of that. I don't watch the news. I'm not interested in anybody's opinion. So I don't watch network news. I don't think that anybody should. I think that you should cut network news out of your
Dude, you obviously just brought up a clipped speech of what he said. You didn't.
Yes, that I personally, you know what I'm saying, recorded from the speech.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is...
So I personally recorded it from the speech. So let's listen to it again, because I feel like I don't know, maybe there's a disconnect. Let's
Get out and Christians get out and vote just this time.
just this time. That means one time.
You won't have to do it anymore.
You won't have to do it anymore.
Because it's so
It'll
fucked
be
up.
fixed. It'll be
It'll be
fine.
fixed.
You won't have to
Because
vote
it's so
anymore.
You won't have to vote anymore.
I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again.
You don't have to vote again in 4 years. Why wouldn't somebody need to vote again in 4 years? Because that's crazy. Because last time I checked, there's elections every 4 years. So why wouldn't you have to vote again in 4 years?
Because his policies and everything that he's going to put forth that's going to make the country thrive, we're not going to have to deal with this bullshit anymore, is what he's saying.
So
Okay?
so they could just not show up the next 4 years, and then what?
We're not going to have to deal with open borders.
We don't have open borders now. The borders have never been open.
We're not going to have to deal with
The borders have never been open.
wars.
But the borders have never been open. We had more war under Trump. We were in Afghanistan. We have dropped a record amount of bombs on Afghanistan. We dropped a record amount of bombs on Yemen. We allowed Russia to go into the Donbass region. We allowed Russia to attack Ukraine in the Azores. We moved the
13 American soldiers.
Yeah, there were 65 American soldiers that died under Trump. Why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about 13 under Biden and not the 65 under Trump? Okay, good answer.
You're muting me.
I didn't mute you. You have a bad connection, bro.
Somebody, did you have a moderator?
Of course I have moderators. Nobody muted you. You have a bad connection. You got the red bars of death.
Moderator?
You have the red bars of death, bro. Like you got the Republican Wi-Fi. That's not my fault.
I just unmuted myself.
Well, good for you.
Whatever, I don't care. Mute me like you want. Rest of them go.
Okay, Liam. Cry to your mom. I honestly don't care. Hey, what's up, Isaac? How are you? Have you had some water today?
What's that, buddy?
I said, have you had some water today?
Sure have.
Glad to hear it. What's going on, buddy?
Do you think we should talk
Damn.
about
Is your name Isaac? What the fuck? Isaac, were you
That's all
talking?
right, man. That's all right, man. That's all right. I don't mind being interrupted.
Jesus Christ, you didn't even get you. I said, what's going on? He didn't even let you say a word. He said, you know what? Shut up, buddy. I'm going to talk.
I was just listening into your conversation, and I understand where you're coming from, and I understand kind of where he's coming from. I just don't.
Hold on one second. I just need to make an announcement yet again, right? Yes, my nails are painted. They absolutely are. And my girl likes them. You know what's funny is you guys keep talking about my nails, but you won't talk about the fact that bro paints his fucking face. So, anyways, go ahead.
So, as far as the Trump, with what he was trying to say to the crowd.
Hold on. Are you also making an inference?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more about him.
So yes, you're making an inference, just so we're on the same page.
About his 4 years.
Okay, gotcha.
And that
so
he's
hold on. So
years.
words don't matter at all. So anymore, ever again, not going to have to. None of those words mean anything. So context clues, throw them bitches out the window. We don't need context clues. We can just make inferences based on our fifis. Just so I'm clear.
Not. I mean, I don't think that's exactly correct.
Well, help me out, bro.
Well, I mean, I'm just looking at the facts. I mean,
no, that's what I'm doing. Yes, the facts are right. Is there context
way.
clues within a speech, right? So like when I write speeches for politicians, you know what I'm saying? I make sure that they are very clear and very concise so that there's no room for error, so that nobody makes a mistake and pundits can't get on the news and say, well, such and such said X, Y, Z, right? And so when you're telling me that we're allowed to make inferences, right, and we can ignore the actual words being used and the context clues within said speech, well, then that tells me that we're making these determinations based on our feelings alone, and facts mean nothing.
Yeah, I think that Trump is saying something, and
so you think you don't know. You think
it's more of a generalization.
Okay, so you think you don't know.
I do know.
Okay, you've spoken to him.
Trump is not saying that.
You've spoken to him.
And I've heard enough with him.
So have I. So have I. Here, so let's hear some other things.
You really think that if Trump becomes president after 4 years,
you're
not going to have to vote again because
he didn't want to give up the presidency last time. He literally got fake electors. He got fake electors and tried to send them to Washington D.C. for number one. Number two, he said that he never conceded, and he said the election was stolen. He's never conceded to that. In addition to that, he filed lawsuits all over the country. None of them had any merit. The vast majority of them were thrown out, and he still hasn't conceded. Thrown out on the lack of merit alone. So when you're telling me that, you know what I'm saying, he doesn't want to stay in power, somebody that I know historically is a pathological liar and a fraudster, yeah, I do think that he would attempt to stay in power. Absolutely.
Everything you're saying is 100% correct. Narcissist, everything you're saying is correct. There's no way that he's expecting to stay in power after 4 years.
Okay, well, let's listen to some other things that he said.
No chance. There's no worse of a human being, and I'm on the same page as you. But as far as the dictatorship, you're just taking it to another level that I don't think is correct and I don't think is necessary. Even if it comes out of Trump's mouth, because he's such a narcissist. You can't believe what he says.
The president has reportedly told his staff, flat out refusing to accept defeat and vacate the White House. Trump has reportedly even told some advisors that he will refuse to leave the White House on Inauguration Day. One of his advisors tells CNN, quote, he's throwing a temper tantrum. He's going to leave. He's just lashing out. Trump seems totally unwilling to concede, a situation never before experienced in American history. This morning he tweeted, just released data shows many thousands of non-citizens voted in Nevada.
Which never happened.
But the reality is there is no evidence that happened.
The numbers are...
Now a parody video of the president being wheeled out of the...
That's just one, you know what I'm saying, video.
Sure. I understand what you're saying, and I it's completely wrong. It's completely wrong.
Are you a domestic
You
terrorist?
said now what was done in the past.
Who, me personally? Me personally?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. How do you classify domestic terrorism?
I'd say if you want to bring down the Constitution, you're a terrorist.
Okay, so when Donald Trump said that that we should throw out the Constitution, does that make Donald Trump a domestic terrorist as well?
Did he say that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
Can you
did
play
he
it?
really say?
Yep.
Play it.
Sure.
Or is it more of Trump being Trump and just like?
Well,
getting
no,
the
why?
crowd
Hold on.
behind
Why
him?
is
It's
it?
completely
Why is it that we all got excuses every single time?
That's the Democrats' fault for not putting the guy away.
Are you guys agents? Are you guys?
No, I'm a Republican. I just can't stand. I mean, who in the right mind could possibly like Trump's personality? I mean, the guy is the worst of the worst. I agree with that, but as far as dictatorship and all that stuff, it's nonsense. It's too much.
Are you guys like CIA or something?
I'm a communist. I don't think they let me in the CIA.
Maybe for the tennis club that I work at.
Yeah, I don't think they would accept me in the CIA. Plus, I've been arrested for political protest too many times. It's probably not.
He didn't say that. You're lying.
I'm not.
No, he definitely said it, I'm sure. But, I mean, it was probably in front of, 10,000 people just to get them aroused.
Oh, here you go. This is on Fox, too. This is on Fox News.
Of the United States, a man who took an oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution, says it's time to terminate that very document that guides our country's laws. Then again, you have former President Donald Trump. Tonight, though, it's not so much about what he said, but what many others aren't saying. My guest tonight, political commentator Brian Tyler Cohen. You can check out his new series, The Legal Breakdown, on YouTube. But tonight, he's up late with me here on the Final Five. Hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Jim. Thanks for having me on.
We'll talk about the pod, or we'll talk about your YouTube channel and your new show that you're doing with Glenn Kirshner coming.
Well, let me see if I can go directly to where he was talking.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Who do speak out, like Liz Cheney or Adam Kinzinger, then all of a sudden it's just more important to maintain their own job and keep their own job and make sure they can get themselves through the primary, and so they'll just play dumb and pretend that they haven't had it again.
This is 2022. Trump calls for an end to the U.S. Constitution. I mean, these are multiple people.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump says the 2020 election should be overturned and that he should be reinstalled as president. Trump
Maybe it's
has
propaganda.
made similar statements before, but on Sunday he went a step further.
Oh, here we go.
Parts of the Constitution to be thrown out if needed.
Here, hold on.
Andrew Castro is joining me now from Washington.
Ah, shit. This is his tweet. I'll put it on the screen. Just give me a second. All right, this is his tweet. Mirror video. Let me turn off the background so you can see it. This is Donald Trump's tweet from Truth Social. So with the revelation of massive and widespread fraud and deception and working closely with big tech companies, the DNC and the Democrat Party, do you throw the presidential election results of 2020 out and declare the rightful winner? Or do you have a new election? A massive fraud of this type of magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Why? Sorry, I may not turn on the brightness on. Oh, you know what? I'll just screenshot it and then send it to my phone so that way you can see it on here. I mean, send it to my iPad. That way you can see it.
You tweeted that?
Yeah, he did. He put it on True Social.
Oh. Where are you gonna post it?
I'm put it right on the back on the screen.
Oh. All right.
There you go. You see it? Okay. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, he literally said that we should, throw out the Constitution, throw out parts of the Constitution. So, I mean, and part of Project 2025, I know he has nothing to do with it, even though 31 of his cabinet members helped write it. And he spoke at their convention. But yeah, so is to rewrite the Constitution, to call a convention of the states and rewrite the Constitution.
That's terrorism.
Well, then you probably shouldn't vote for him then.
Yeah, I mean, there's no surprise, from me. So, I mean, I've heard worse and I've seen worse coming out of that guy, and
I mean, we could talk about a whole bunch of things that have happened, that are against the Constitution. Like the overturning of Roe v. Wade is unconstitutional.
In what way?
14th Amendment. You want me to read it for you?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you don't have to read the whole. You can just explain. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I just read it. Like I said, I only like to stick to things that are, verifiable. I don't like just say things and then people are supposed to take my word for it. I just don't work like that. The 14th Amendment says, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of a citizen of the United States. Do you know what privileges and immunities are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like if I wanted to leave my state and go to another state, that would constitute like privileges and immunities. In the state of Texas, you're not allowed to leave the state of Texas to get an abortion and then come back home because you can be prosecuted under Texas law. So that would be a violation of my privileges and immunities. But we'll go on. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Is there any laws that exist that violate your rights to bodily autonomy, medical privacy, or medical care? Access to medical care, Isaac?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, exactly. So those laws have to exist for every other individual as well.
They can't get abortions in Texas?
Mm-mm.
No, I mean it's sick, and that's why the Republicans won't win another election for years to come.
I heard they're gonna win this one, bud.
Yeah, no chance.
They're not. Yeah, I mean it's a wrap. Like I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but voter.org, vote.org was getting about 100 or so registrations a day up until the day that Kamala Harris was named the nominee. Now they're averaging like 8,100 registrations a day.
Yeah, the only way the Democrats can lose is if Kamala, does ridiculous things, which
Is
I
she gonna
just don't,
collapse the country?
I don't see that.
Is she going to collapse the country? Probably not.
You don't think so?
No.
Are we already there right now almost?
No single person
Nowhere
is
close.
doing, no single person is doing anything.
You think she'll pick up the ball? She's the B-string quarterback. You think she'll pick up the ball and run with it better?
I don't think she's a B-string quarterback. As a matter of fact, I think that under the tutelage of Joseph Biden and the policies that she advocated prior to even being the vice president and the things that she implemented while the attorney general of the state of California are things that this country actually needs that'll help all American citizens and not just some.
You think they're both better than Obama?
No, I don't think that. I don't think that anybody necessarily is better than Obama. I don't think that she'll have the same war policies or foreign policies that Obama had. Like I don't agree. I don't agree with Obama's drone strikes. I don't agree with him keeping Guantanamo Bay open. I don't agree with him bailing out the banks. I don't agree with.
He's a smart dude, and he failed.
Who failed?
He's pretty slick. Obama. He's
Are,
slick.
is that a joke?
Obama failed. What are you talking about?
He gave me 3 years of unemployment insurance when I was 19 years old, bro. And you know what I did with it? I got drunk every fucking day.
No, you failed it, bro. Like that. That means you failed, not Obama. Hey, Samantha, thank you for the $20 Venmo. I appreciate your support. No, that means you failed, bro. Like Obama literally got us out of the worst recession since the Great Depression. So if you quantify that as a failure, that's crazy.
He didn't cause it?
No, what?
Obama also did.
No, that was George W. Bro, how old are you?
37.
That was George W. Bush who caused that depression.
I don't know about that, man.
Obama also gave Trump 2 really successful years.
Yeah, I mean, 4 years is pretty good, but you give a Democrat 8 years and we're probably going to collapse. We're already really close.
Are you kidding me? Clinton was in office for 8 years and he left with a surplus.
Oh, I don't count the old school guys as.
Clinton left with a surplus. George W. Bush quite literally bankrupt the country.
American Democrats.
George W. Bush bankrupt the country, and Obama brought us out of it.
Yeah. Modern Democrats.
Look, Kamala Harris is fine as long as she is.
I'm so confused. It's almost like people don't read in this country. It's almost like.
Do you think they ever found Amelia, or you think she's still out there?
I honestly don't give a shit.
All right, brother.
Yeah. Is it? Hey, BGB. Is this who I think it is?
What up, Jones?
Yeah, I fucking hate you, bro. Kick rocks. Anyways. Don't let that coon up here again.
As long as we don't go too far left, then I think the Democrats will do good for the next 4 years.
Hold on one second, y'all. Hey,
Be right back.
Vote Trump 2024.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Hello? Can you hear me?
How's everybody doing tonight?
Less than highly favored. How are you?
Excellent.
That's great. Hello, Sam Antics. Hello, Sarah Bear. I should put some AirPods in, but I can't find them if I'm being honest. Who else has said hello? Let's see. Give you a piece? I can't do that. I'm not a mod. No rads. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm a mod. Hold, please. No, I'm not. I don't believe I am. I have no chill button. No rads one. Okay.
I was just gonna keep the conversation going with you.
Who's got an echo?
Toy or me, one of us.
I'll mute.
I'm dropping anyway because you're back.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. There was a spider in the kitchen apparently.
Oh no. Hey, space.
You have an echo. Real bad one. Yeah. Okay. Garrett, what's going on, bro?
Not much. Can you hear me?
I can. You had some water today?
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
The only question I really have in general is because Trump lost the popular vote in 2016.
He lost the popular vote in 2020 too.
And we saw some states swing blue for Biden in the Electoral College. how do you think it's going to happen, the Electoral College, this time around? I will vote, for Kamala and Kamala, forgive me. And I'm just that's the only thing that pops in my mind, because like they don't have
in the modern era, there's only been one time that the Republican Party has ever won the popular vote, and that was while we were actively engaged in the war in Afghanistan under George W. Bush. Outside of that, they've never won a popular vote. The vast majority of the country is not conservative. And as a matter of fact, like you can't name, thank you, you cannot name a time in history for any country for that matter where conservative policies have been beneficial to the country in which they were implemented. You just can't name a time.
Can I get one time a woman has successfully led an empire?
Angela Merkel.
I feel like you know.
Yeah, Angela Merkel.
Am I still echoing, Joe?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Angela Merkel of Germany. She was Chancellor of Germany for like 13 years.
Yeah, and she was amazing.
And she's also a scientist, either a physicist or a chemist or something.
You're talking post-World War II?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. She just stopped being Chancellor of Germany in like 2018.
Yeah, well, they're under the arm of fucking America.
I beg
Germany?
your finest pardon.
What? Yeah, since World War II, 100%.
Please behave yourself.
What are you talking about, dude?
I'm saying led the world's power.
Yeah, Angela Merkel.
She was literally leading Europe during COVID. What are we talking about right now?
They are under the arm of America, bro.
What are you talking about?
You don't stop saying that.
Dude, I've been to war. I know, bro. They all sit and bow to the America.
Bro, what?
Why is it that our American citizens have been like another child left behind? That's all I can say. Like our American citizens are so misinformed, so uneducated,
Bro,
and not only that, they display their miseducation and lack of education with their broad chest. Like, I'm dumb.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. We are the top dog, dude. They listen to us 100%.
You just said which woman has led a country in modern era. We said
an empire. Everyone's under the American empire right now.
Jesus Christ, you have to stop this American exceptionalism and individualism. It's weird behavior. It's very strange. Do you understand that this is very strange that you believe this fantasy?
Do you acknowledge a pecking order anywhere in nature with lions?
Yes, we have a lot.
Spiders, any other animal?
Yeah, okay, in a lion pride.
Humans are different.
That's fine. Let's just see if you know pecking order. In a lion pride, who's the most valuable valuable entity within the lion pride?
Well, the women do the hunting, right? I know that. Mm-hmm. But the man has to defend the herd.
Wrong, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, male lions like literally sleep 18 to 20 hours a day. They do virtually nothing.
Fucking that's it. And eat.
But the vast majority of the times they don't even defend the pride. The vast majority of the times they don't even fight anything else.
Don't they eat the pride? Maybe the women can handle it, and he don't need to get his ass up.
Yeah, they're just there for breeding purposes and almost nothing else.
The lionesses do all the hunting and. But you just brought that into the conversation, right? And now you're backpedaling. It's weird behavior.
No, I'm not backpedaling. Let me tell you.
No, yeah, you are.
I think it's weird, right? Like, I know you guys are educated. I know you took anthropology. You took all that. And I know you guys understand we're apes, right?
Hold on. You guys what?
All of us are apes. Us humans.
We are part of the great apes. Clade.
No.
I mean, that is a fact. No, we are a member of the great apes.
Are we going with God right now, or are we apes?
What happened with Christian.
Trump?
I'm not.
I have no idea.
About apes.
I'm wondering if you guys think that we are a matriarchy or a patriarchy naturally, because you can't just
naturally we're a matriarchy.
Widow, female,
naturally matriarchy.
Yeah, naturally matriarchal.
How can you say that when 99.9% of the time males have always been dominant?
Well, actually, that's wrong. In almost every other,
in almost culture,
in almost every other species on Earth are predominantly matriarchal.
But let's just start with the basics, right? Earth is called what? Mother Earth, yes?
Mm-hmm. Look, I have a question.
I mean, what are we even talking about? I don't understand.
Bonobos are matriarchal. Lions are matriarchal. Elephants are matriarchal. Giraffes are matriarchal. Hyenas are matriarchal.
Women aren't even capable of harming you, bud.
What?
They can't even do it. They don't even possess the strength to hurt me.
Luke, I have a question. I actually
That's
have a
because they're
genuine
not.
question.
Can women not use? Can women not use guns? I'm so confused right now.
Why are you guys tolerating sexism?
I don't know. All right, Luke. Luke, it's time for you to take a nap, bro. Take a nap.
He's being a sexist. He's
Take a
being a
nap.
sexist. Why are you tolerating that kind of ignorance?
Take a nap, Luke. Take a nap. All right, I want to hear from Garrett though. Garrett, what did you have? What else did you have to say, buddy? Garrett.
Oh yeah. So the only question I had for you is like, what are your thoughts? Do you think the Electoral College is going to go with a popular vote in this round, or is it going to go in some weird fucking direction like it did before?
I mean, honestly, I really can't answer that for you. I mean, the Electoral College goes based on how the districts are drawn and you know how the vote plays out. You know what I'm saying, on a state by state basis. And to be honest with you,
keep getting redrawn, right?
Yeah, mostly by the Republican Party, unfortunately, because they've had this plan enacted for almost the last 50 years. So then in 2016, Section 4 and Section 5 of the 1965 Voting Rights Act was removed by our Supreme Court, which required pre-clearance. Pre-clearance meaning that any state that was known to have racially biased voting laws and or the way that they created their districts had to get pre-clearance from Congress prior to changing their voting laws or their districts. But because those were removed since then, over 1,000 polling locations have been closed, all of them being in predominantly marginalized communities, most of those black and brown communities. Mm-hmm. There's some jurisdictions like in Alabama, Shelby County, Alabama, where over 2 million people have to vote at one polling location.
That's insane.
But does that apply to federal elections though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Polling locations are polling locations, whether state or federal.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I don't think gerrymandering applies to federal.
Absolutely, it does.
Federal presidential elections.
Absolutely, it does.
Because each state has a certain amount.
Borton, listen. If I live, you know what I'm saying, in XYZ, community, and I have to drive 25 minutes, or I have to go 25 minutes away from my house to go to a polling location, and there's no public transportation, and I don't drive, either because I don't drive or because I don't have a driver's license or because I can't afford a car, then absolutely it does affect people in a federal election, 1,000%.
Okay, what you're saying is it does impact people's ability to vote, not the. Okay, I got you. Thank you, though. I do have a question for you guys.
Well, it does affect the federal elections because of the Congress, House of Representatives, and the senators.
That I know, but I'm talking about the presidential election. It doesn't
the districts
impact.
are what the districts are. They don't change from
also
election to election.
It also doesn't help that Republicans are trying to get rid of the Voting Rights Act, which protects marginalized communities within America.
So, yeah, it absolutely has an impact on federal elections, including the presidency.
Can I ask you a question? A couple minutes ago when you were talking with Luke, you said the human race is naturally matriarchal.
Correct.
What do you base that on?
Anthropology, sociology, archaeology.
But there isn't one example of a long-lasting civilization that is based on matriarchy, is there?
Well, that's not necessarily
like every
true.
single.
So I think that you have your idea of matriarchy is meaning that, you know what I'm saying, like the same way that we visualize patriarchy, where it's like dominated by a certain gender or sex, and that's not how that works. Like matriarchies are more egalitarian in nature, whereas a patriarchy oppresses everybody underneath or through the male purview.
But then by definition, that's not matriarchy, is it?
That's not.
By
definition. Actually, you're wrong. By definition, it is matriarchy.
One could be Egyptians, where men had to own the armor of. They had to gain the armor of women because women were considered more significant because they could bring life into the world.
Yeah, but the same
more of an influence thing than, like he said, a subjugation type.
Yes.
Means of.
I know same thing applies to Turkic civilizations in the past. You have to get the blessing from the woman. But
the vast majority of the continent of Africa and indigenous cultures to the Americas were matriarchal in nature prior to colonization.
Who's tapping the screen?
I think Borton is banging his head against the wall because he's upset.
No, I'm learning. I'm not upset.
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
You know what's also against the Constitution? When Trump said that he would take away people's guns and then decide after,
without due process.
Without due process. And then after they determine what happened, maybe give them back. That's against the Second Amendment, right? I mean, that's how this country works. And you people just gloss that over and don't even like think twice about it. That's crazy work when you're so obsessed with your 2A.
What do you mean, you people?
She's talking about
Trump
supporters specifically, not you necessarily. If it wasn't you, then they weren't. Then it wasn't you. If it wasn't you, then it wasn't you. What do you mean, you people?
If the shoe fits, lace that bitch up. What can I tell you?
Yes, I saw the rally in Georgia. I was watching it on YouTube Live. So what's up, Isaac, man? What are you gonna do with your life, man? You gonna be a good, decent human being, or nah?
Probably not.
Figures.
You know, I respect your candor.
I mean, unfortunately, I've been a Republican for 30
What does being a
plus
Republican
years.
mean to you?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a full Republican because I'm, fully for abortion.
Did you say, unfortunately, you're a Republican?
Yeah, so I'm going to ask again. What does being a Republican mean to you?
It means having more say rather than having the government say.
Oh, so you mean like the government telling women what they're allowed to do with their bodies, or the government telling parents
not so much. Yeah, schools.
So like taking away rights from trans individuals, taking away rights from women, taking books out of schools, taking Black history out of schools and institutions, telling colleges that you'll no longer receive state funding if you teach certain aspects of Black history. You mean like that?
More of the policies towards handouts.
Handout. Hold on. I love this. I'm glad you brought up handouts. So we're going to talk about this, right?
I'm just looking at cities like Baltimore, Chicago, which have been Democrat policy run for 30 plus years. And look at the city of Baltimore.
Is this a joke?
Hold on. States are doing way better in regards to the country in the Freedom Index and legislative policies than southern states that are conservative.
Bro said Baltimore and Chicago. First of all, Chicago's not even in the top 25. Hey, Isaac. Do you hear me talking, Isaac? Isaac, do you hear me talking?
Sure.
Okay, that means you're not supposed to be.
I'm sorry.
Okay, gotcha. I was just making sure we were clear. So yeah, Chicago's like not even top 25 in terms of most dangerous states in the United States, which is weird that people always bring up Chicago. But more than that, Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, all three of those states have dramatically more people on welfare. St. Louis, Missouri. All of these have dramatically more people on welfare than Maryland or Illinois.
To be white individuals.
Right, but I'm naming city and you're talking about state.
But you're talking about handouts. The vast majority of people that receive welfare in the United States are elderly and or white. The vast majority, almost 70%. And not only that, but they vote Republican.
And where does that money come from for them to get these handouts?
Blue states.
Okay, just checking.
Well, yeah, I mean, it comes from our taxes.
Isaac, do you
No, not our taxes, blue state taxes, right?
It comes from everybody's taxes in the United States. Doesn't matter if it's blue or red.
Overwhelmingly from blue states.
Blue states, babe. Stop it.
Do you support our veterans? Would you say you support our veterans?
Of course.
Okay. Do you know what the PACT Act is?
Maddie, you got to get your finger off the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, of course I do.
What's the PACT Act?
I think it's one of the great policies. I don't know exactly, but I think it's one of the great policies that that the Biden administration
you don't know what it is exactly?
did in the last 4 years.
It's to get veterans
I know,
to
giving
disability for 100% if they've been in conflicts that were otherwise recognized for burn pits and things of that nature.
If it's such a great policy, then why did the majority of conservatives and Republicans in the House and Senate vote against benefiting veterans in the PACT Act? Why are you supporting them then?
You're talking to me? Why am I supporting the veterans?
No, the Republicans.
No, I said, why are you supporting the conservatives that are voting against the PACT Act? They were against
They also voted to end. They also voted to end the benefits for firefighters and other, first responders from 9/11. They also voted against the gas and oil price gouging bill. They also voted against the anti-inflation bill. They also voted against the Inflation Reduction Act.
And baby formula for mothers that can't provide for their children, even though they claim they're pro-life.
And universal.
Even the standalone border bill. All three border bills that were presented, they voted against.
Isaac, don't you think that if you support the PACT Act, then you would be leaning more Democratic than Republican?
Hey, I just want to address something really quickly.
I mean, absolutely. I'm. That's why I said that I'm sort of in the middle on a lot of these topics.
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy that folks keep lying about, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where y'all got this story from, but the fact that
About
people keep
Kamala?
lying that says Kamala withheld evidence to keep a person in jail, that literally never
We're
happened.
talking about that guy that was on
Yeah, I
death
know.
row.
It never happened.
Yeah,
she wasn't the DA. She wasn't the DA on the case. She was she wasn't named. She wasn't named on the lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it literally had nothing to do with her whatsoever.
She was in her last year at Howard in 1985 when this happened. She graduated Howard in 1986. How the F did she have anything to do with this? Knock it off. You people have to stop. You're really sick.
Guys, that information.
No, he's not in jail. He's out.
That information is coming from 2019 Democratic primary election debates between Kamala Harris and Tulsi Gabbard.
But it's not true.
Sorry, my accent is not great.
No, go ahead.
But Kamala did not even refute the accusation.
Probably because she wanted to argue, you know what I'm saying, based on facts and not based on, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of nonsense.
Yes, right.
She could have just said it's lies. She did not even say that.
Why does she have to? Why does she have to?
She was
every
debating
single lie that is rattled against her. You know how many lies are levied against her?
It was a primary debate between the Democratic.
That doesn't make it a truth.
No. I'm just saying that she could have just said this is a lie, which you could say in a debate, and she did not say that. She changed. No, she changed the subject.
She 100% lied.
Yeah, and when she was pushed, she lied.
Yeah, who lied?
Guys, politicians lie.
Hold on, when who was pushed, they lied.
It could be Trump.
Hold on. Who, when she was pushed, who lied?
Kamala did.
About what?
About holding evidence.
But she didn't do it.
That did not happen. And stop spreading misinformation.
I am not spreading misinformation.
Do you want me to pull up the case? You want me to pull up the case and show you that you're lying?
You can pull up the case, yes.
Okay. Sure.
Also, Isaac, you said you're in the middle.
Maddie, your mic is muffled.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm more in the middle, correct.
But you're still voting for Trump?
I'm still voting for Trump just because of
because he likes rapists and white supremacy.
For the first for year 2 and year 3 of his presidency. I like
year 2 and year 3 of his presidency were terrible.
Well, you want me to tell you some of the things that I liked in his presidency?
The fact that he lied about COVID and over, you know what I'm saying, 1 million people died?
I'm not talking about COVID. I'm talking about prior COVID.
You mean the fact that he started a trade war and bankrupt small farms across the nation, and that's why our produce and our dairy is so expensive in the stores?
I'm talking about the 7 million new jobs that were created. I'm talking about the middle class family income increase $6,000.
No, it did not.
About all that being inherited from Obama, you mean?
Yeah, like neither one of those things are true.
Lowest unemployment rate in 50 years.
Unemployment
in black
rate
communities.
reached, I think, the lowest level of like 3.5%.
And Biden has beat both of those. And Biden has beat both of those.
That is not correct.
Yes, I can show you the charts.
What do you mean it's not correct? Are we
in the
living
last
in the upside down?
Unemployment for women was the lowest rate.
It's lower now.
Do you understand that right now, in regards to manufacturing jobs and just employment in general, Biden has produced more jobs, as well as we now produce the most oil.
That's because of COVID.
Hold on.
What? No, it's not.
Hold
on. Stop, Maddie. All the COVID jobs were replaced within the first 14 months. So stop it.
No, Trump created more than 1.2 million jobs in construction and manufacturing.
With what policy?
I have no idea.
Okay, exactly, because it didn't happen.
Tax reduction.
The Tax Reduction Act didn't create jobs. As a matter of fact, 85% of these corporations self-reported that they did not hire anybody, they did not expand their business, that they used the money to pay off board members and for stock buybacks.
How did we get to the lowest unemployment rate in 50 years then?
From Obama's policies. From Obama's policies.
Trump didn't eliminate the death tax.
Okay, then I can.
Here, I'm going to show you the chart. I'll just show you the chart. No point in
Then I can easily say, okay, Biden
no point in arguing with y'all.
jobs.
Huh? No point in arguing with y'all. Let's just look at it. Let's just look at the chart. No reason to argue about about nonsense.
Double the child tax credit.
Yeah, he did, but he reduced the amount that was payable back to the person. So if you double the child tax credit and then reduce the amount payable back to $1,600, then it doesn't matter what you made it, because I still don't get the same amount of money. As a matter of fact, I get less money back on my tax returns. So good job.
No, you'll get less money maybe like in 2027. But
no, I got less money back on my tax returns ever since 2018.
Well, I didn't.
Because he removed itemized deductions, and he doubled the tax credit, but he lowered the amount that you could get back in terms of
Yeah, as far as my W-2s, I was getting more money per 2 weeks.
But you got Okay, so listen. Let me ask you a question, Isaac. Let's just put our thinking caps on, right? If I make $2,000 more, right, during the year on my paycheck, right? You tracking so far? And then I file my taxes, and I normally get $8,000 to $10,000 back on my taxes, right? Okay. So say I got $2,000 more on my paycheck, and this year I file my tax returns, and I only get $4,000 back. Did I get a tax cut?
I understand, because you weren't able to itemize.
Did I get a tax cut?
No, you did not.
Okay, great.
You did not.
So the tax cuts only benefited 13% of the population of this country, and that's according to the Center for Tax Policy.
Were you 1099ing?
And the vast majority of those people, I worked for myself. I've worked for myself for like the last, nearly 10 years.
Yeah, so you were 1099ing.
No, I worked for myself.
Okay, so then you were, I don't know. I don't know where your tax bracket was, but as far as the average W-2.
No, it only helped 13% of American citizens.
No,
13%.
No,
yes. No, I'm not.
$6,000.
So the Center for Tax Policy is wrong.
It goes down every year up until 2027 when it can actually be changed. This whatever tax.
No, it goes up.
It goes up.
It goes up. I understand it goes up. It goes up.
You just said it goes down. You just said it goes down.
It goes down as far as we're going to have to pay more taxes. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, but why doesn't it go down for the rich?
Yep. Corporations.
I totally agree with you. I don't know. I think it's.
What do you mean you don't know? Because he prioritizes those people over the average American.
I don't personally know. I'm sure.
Yes, because he prioritizes them.
Yes. They have their tax cuts in perpetuity with his tax plan. Us, not so much. We get what.
Well, yeah, it dropped, like their tax rate went from 35 to 21.
Let me ask you guys a question. I do not know this, so please, don't take me the wrong way. When Obama was the president and they had control of the Senate and the House,
One of the senators died of cancer.
Manchin?
Yeah, one of the senators died of cancer. One of the senators, we got rid of him because one of the senators we got rid of him because he had allegations against him.
Franken.
Yeah, and then and one of them was out sick, so there was no for the vast majority of the that session. So there was never a time where he actually held the majority. Unfortunately, I wish there was.
Also, do you recall when Trump said that he was going to keep manufacturing jobs and how many plants closed whilst he was president in Michigan and Ohio? And people were devastated.
Said he was going to bring back coal jobs. Coal jobs dropped by 25%.
Like, he was out here promising a whole bunch of stuff that he never delivered, never followed through, and
never got that. Never got that infrastructure bill. Never got that healthcare plan. Never got anything.
He did create 1.2 million jobs in construction.
I suffer with the healthcare plan every month, so I hear you.
Okay, so here we're gonna turn the computer around so we can look at this. These are the real numbers for Trump. Oh, I didn't mean to flip I meant to mirror my video. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, this is Trump's report card essentially after the. Hold on, let me back this up some so it can fit all in there. Let me move this out the way. Jobs lost 2,720,000. Unemployment rate went up 6.4%. Job openings went up.
Date of the chart.
What's that?
What's the date of the chart?
This is after he left office.
After he left the office because it was COVID. Yeah,
okay, sure.
Exactly. Come on.
Sure. I'm gonna go over that if you be quiet for a second.
You are better than this, Jones. Come on.
Yeah, can you hush and let him land his plane, okay? Because you don't know where he's going, so please be quiet. Thank you.
Why don't y'all want to lead this live? Huh? Yeah, no. Oh, okay. It's weird. Murder rate up 1.1%. I guess that's COVID's fault too, right? Coal mining jobs down 12,700. Manufacturing jobs down 178,000. Trade deficit, which he's promised to lower, up 36.3%. Federal debt held by the public up 50%. Handgun production up 12.5%. That's great because it helped with the murder rate, I guess. And consumer price index up 7.8%. So corporate profits went up though. I guess that's a good thing. Home prices went up. I don't know if that's a good thing. That sounds like some shit. So that's his final numbers on that, right? So if we go and we look at Trump versus Biden chart, right? Unemployment, Trump versus Biden chart. Now I'm going to show you. This is Obama, okay? Unemployment, right? Do you see how it drops? Do you see how there's no symmetry breaker up until 2020? Do you see how there's almost no deviation up or down, that it's a straight line all the way down? So this is when Trump took office. It did not change the trajectory from when Obama was in office to when Trump was in office. So I'm going to ask again, what legislation did he pass that changed the unemployment rate? Them crickets is loud as a motherfucker.
We already told you just don't accept it. I just told you 1.2 million manufacturing and construction.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Shouldn't there be a drastic drop somewhere here then?
It is.
Show me the drastic drop, bro.
There shouldn't.
Show me the drastic drop, bro.
What I'm saying is Obama was a good president.
I don't want to hear any of that.
Wait. He enacted good policies. Which
I don't want to hear any of that. Where's the drastic drop, bro?
Drastic drop where? What are you talking about?
Exactly, it doesn't exist.
There cannot be a drastic drop.
Where was the legislation and where was the drastic drop?
Percentages. Jones, you know this as well as I do.
So hold on.
There cannot be that many drastic drops in such low percentage
This is
points.
a straight line.
I don't see I see a dip.
Where? Where's the dip? Show me.
I see a little bit of an angle.
Where?
It's not completely straight.
Where?
No. Isaac, he's right. It's a straight line, but there cannot be a drastic drop when you're talking about that low of percentage.
Oh, so you're telling me he didn't do shit? Oh, okay, great. So you're telling me he didn't do shit?
That's not what I said.
Oh, so we're in agreement.
I agree that Obama was a good president, and Trump continued on and enacted his own policies that continued that success. That's it. That's not hard to understand. You don't have to be at one side or the other.
But up until
but you cannot tell me why you are voting for Kamala.
I absolutely can.
No. You are voting against Trump.
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Because if that was the case, why did I never support Biden?
That I don't know.
Okay, so then that throws that idea right the fuck out the window, doesn't it?
No, then
you tried it though.
If
you tried it though.
If Biden was the candidate, you would vote for Trump?
No.
You would vote for Biden?
No, I wouldn't. I didn't vote for Biden last time. No, I wouldn't. Fuck, I wouldn't. I didn't vote for Biden last time.
I think you made a turn into the wrong live, dude.
I don't know. I think I don't agree with you. What was you?
So hold on. You don't agree based on what? You've presented literally nothing.
No. What I'm saying is I do not agree with Queen Toy when he said I joined the wrong live. I'm learning shit from you, but you have to be a little bit of intellectually honest.
I'm literally the most intellectually honest debate person on this platform. I guarantee you.
Okay.
Gordon, can I say something real quick?
Sure, Jeff.
I don't know if it was you or Isaac, but one of you made the claim that unemployment for women specifically was lower under Trump. Unemployment under Trump hit 3.4 for women for 1 month, October 2019. It never saw anything lower than that, and it was a singular month. We had 3.4% under Biden's administration for over 10 months straight. And I also want to point out that what Jones just showed you, that proves that there was no spikes. Spikes would be suggesting that we saw an uptick of job growth because the unemployment rate would drop. And even if it was a mild spike, you would see a spike. In fact, it almost levels off in 2019.
Sure does.
Because in 2019...
What was it in 2019? Was it 3.5% in 2019?
It leveled off. It basically hit a precipice and never went anywhere. If you let me finish speaking,
what was the number? Do you know on that chart? Did it say? I couldn't see it close.
I can't remember if it's 3.5 or 3.6, but either way.
So that's a great percentage. So as long as it leveled off and stayed there, then I'd say that's a pretty good job.
It didn't have it. We did not maintain that rate for a long period of time. Right now, Joe Biden has had the longest consistent record of unemployment rates maintained
in the last
50-year historical low. So with that being said, I need you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. In 2019, Trump's tax plan, along with his tariffs, impacted the U.S. economy and job growth. We saw more than 300, I literally made a video about this today. We saw more than 300,000 jobs be eliminated in 2019 alone, from the steel manufacturers, small farmers either shutting their doors and filing bankruptcy or selling off to larger farmers. Also, you have the industry like Harley Davidson that literally went overseas. He actually harmed jobs because of his tariffs. It cost too much money for corporations and particularly small businesses to stay in business. So if you want to ignore the reality of the situation, that's on you. It's also worth noting that in 2019, he also impacted HUD. He rolled back and signed an EO that rolled back an Obama-era decision that basically made sure that affordable housing was established in suburban areas. It also helped keep the market down and controlled so that we didn't have people going in, flipping houses and driving up the cost of homes. So instead, when Trump signed a EO with Ben Carson overseeing the HUD department and having no expertise in real estate whatsoever, he was literally a former pediatrician, he ended up causing the market to allow hedge funds, corporations, all these people to go in and buy large swaths of property. By, 2021 or 2020, there was an uptick of 13% of single-family homes bought up by private corporations.
Yeah, during COVID, billionaires like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos were going out and buying massive swaths of land. I mean, talking about hundreds, if not thousands of acres. Across middle America.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of 2021, 300,000 homes were owned by corporations, and it impacted 18% uptick from the year prior. This was because of regulation rollbacks that Trump enacted by an EO in 2019. So everything we saw negative in 2021 and even into 2022 was a direct impact from poor policy and bad EOs put forth by your former administrator. That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate that information. And from the start, what you were saying, it's not a big deal, but I didn't give you a time date. I just said that at one point during Trump's term, unemployment rate for women was the lowest rate in 70 years.
Yeah, but it's the lowest. It reached that under Biden for an extended period of time. So they both hit 3.4.
That was after. At that time, it was the lowest in 70 years. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not denying that, but it was for 1 month. October of 2019 was a singular month, and then jumped back up to 3.6, and then it went up to over 6% during COVID. Now, I realize COVID's a factor, but I'm just saying it was not maintained.
I understand.
It was maintained under Biden.
Yes, I appreciate that information, and it was very helpful. I think what we can also argue is that it was just a continuation of what Obama did, what Trump did, save for the external shock to the economy from COVID. Which,
But the problem is,
what happens
I disagree.
Okay, why do you disagree?
I disagree because Trump did not enact any beneficial policy that helped the American people.
But
he did not.
We gave you the example of creating 1.2 million jobs in manufacturing and construction.
He did not. He destroyed manufacturing jobs, and he destroyed
Yeah, I showed you manufacturing jobs dropped. I showed you how much manufacturing jobs dropped.
Because of EOs.
But Jones, that was because of COVID. Come on.
But, okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, Jess. Hold on.
I know for a fact.
Hey, I need everybody to be quiet for a second. All right, here's my issue. Right, you keep saying because of COVID. Donald Jimothy Trump knew about COVID in November, the last week of November, right? In December, he did nothing. In January, he did nothing. In February, he did nothing. And for the vast majority of, I'd say like the first couple of weeks of March, he actually started talking about it. He lied about its severity. He got rid of the pandemic response team. He threw out the pandemic response playbook. A stockpile of PPE that we had, he got rid of all of that. He said, we don't need this, and sold it off. So if you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, who's responsible for these jobs being lost, if he wouldn't have lied about its severity, if he wouldn't have gotten rid of the pandemic response team, if he would have kept, you know what I'm saying, the PPE that we had on hand, if he would have not withheld PPE to states that didn't agree with him, then we wouldn't have had to shut down as many businesses and small businesses, corporations, and so on and so forth. It wouldn't have disrupted the distribution chains as much. He did this to himself. He mismanaged COVID by lying about it and mishandle. I mean, he just simply mishandled it. But aside from that, right? Had he shut down earlier, much earlier, and said, "Hey, look, I just need everybody to, wait it out a couple of weeks." So that it doesn't spread. So that it doesn't become... No, you can't do shit. I'll tell you when you can talk. Okay, thanks. So yeah, had he not mismanaged it, millions of people wouldn't have died, and thousands of jobs wouldn't have been lost. Millions of jobs wouldn't have been lost. So yeah, that's that on that. Hey, Jolly, what's going on, bro? You got some water?
I got some 1800.
Oh, okay. I got some sugar.
Can I make myself big real quick, Jones?
Sure, I got you.
Man, Jess, can I finish what I was about to say, girl? Dang. What Jess do, but she don't care. Go ahead.
I don't want to talk. I just wanted to read it.
Are you talking, Jess?
Just said I didn't want to talk. I just wanted these two guys to read this about 2019. Pre-pandemic, we had one of the highest levels of job loss, 592,556 jobs lost a year, 10% rise from 2018 levels. So quit saying he grew jobs. It wasn't because of the pandemic. It was because of a mismanagement.
And you know why these jobs were lost by any chance? Do you know why these jobs were lost, Jess?
Mainly tariffs.
Yeah, mainly the trade war with China.
Yeah.
Harley Davidson left. Sears went out of business. Toys R Us, Kids R Us, Babies R Us went out of business. The steel manufacturing plants went out of business. Small farms, mom and pop farms across the nation went out of business. So yeah, like.
Listen, the problem is it's hard to logic with the people that arrive to their position illogically, right? This guy Borton, who the fuck ever, he doesn't believe that Trump created jobs. He just wants to believe that Trump created jobs. And I can tell you how I know you're wrong. Watch this. Because if Trump had a record to stand on, if Trump had anything of substance to stand on,
you wouldn't have to keep fear mongering.
No. Then he would show up in September and say it to her face. My man is scared shitless to debate Vice President Kamala Harris. And if he had a record, and if everything you were saying was true, and blah, 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 he wouldn't be. That's why she said, if you got something to say it to my face.
Can I speak? Jones?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jess, first of all, thank you. That was like probably one of the greatest evidences that I have seen. I appreciate that.
Hey, Jolly, somebody sent me $1 to tell me to tell you that you need to have some water because you look mad dehydrated. Sorry, I just had to read it because they sent it to me.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna follow their orders. Hang on.
On the note of Trump's COVID response, he started Operation Warp Speed, right? That is what gave us the vaccine. Although, just like all the other world leaders, we were late. Wait, let me finish, man. Let me finish.
Did you get? Hold on. Did you get the vaccine?
I did. Yeah, I got vaccinated twice.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a lunatic MAGA. I'm a pro-choice, actually. So.
You're a what?
I'm a pro-choice.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Pro-choice, like you can get an abortion if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you voted for you're defending the guy who made sure that wasn't a possibility.
He said that he's gonna leave it to the states. No.
Should we leave everything to the states? Like states' rights? That's your thing. We should leave everything to the states.
Certain things, yes. Like certain others. There's like federal laws that.
Well, where's the line in the sand? What should we not leave to the state? Yeah, what should we not leave to the state?
It is in the Constitution.
Again, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Freedom of speech has already been violated in many states.
But Jones, watch this.
That is wrong.
Why should we not leave freedom of speech up to the states?
Because certain things are wrong to leave to the states.
Well, okay, why?
Look.
No. Articulate.
Look, Jolly, I'm not.
Articulate. I don't care what you are. I don't care who you're voting for. I don't care if you're pro anybody. Tell me why. Articulate your position. Why should freedom of speech not be left up to the states?
Hey, Jolly, somebody said this your twin brother.
Land. That's why.
Okay, watch. Why should it not be?
I do not understand you, Jolly. I'm sorry.
Yo, come on, bro.
You're saying
I seriously do not understand it. Like you.
No. You said that. Hang on.
I did not say I'm supporting Trump when he said he's leaving it to the states.
If you'll discontinue talking, I will explain. You said freedom of speech is an example of something that should not be left to the states. I'm asking you to articulate your position. Why not?
Because it's too important to live to the states.
Oh, and women's bodily autonomy is not?
Jones, I am pro-choice.
Okay, go ahead, Jolly. You got it, bro.
Tell me why freedom of speech is so important. It's too important to be left to the states. Tell me why.
Because it's what the country's built it on.
So the country's just built on freedom of speech?
No, there's multiple other things.
Like?
Freedom of religion is another thing.
Like?
Freedom of religion, I said.
Okay, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, what else?
dude, I cannot just keep continuing things.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can because
No.
Here's
I'm
why
not
you
going to
have to.
continue. Here's why I'm not going to continue. Because
Here's why
you're
you
going to
have to.
find something. Okay, go ahead.
No.
Sorry.
Here's why you have to. Because if I've asked you, if you don't want to give me a list, no problem. Give me a litmus test. What's the litmus test? What is the line in the sand? You couldn't articulate one. So then you just decide to give me examples. So either give me all the examples or give me your litmus test, because I'm getting to a point, I promise you.
My litmus test would be the Constitution, I think.
Thank you. And why isn't abortion in the Constitution?
Because the Supreme Court overturned it.
What?
Because they overturned Roe v. Wade.
Listen to me. Does the Constitution mention abortion?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
Was it a thing in 1776 and 1782? So this is what I mean. I'm so sick and tired. No. I'm so sick and tired of you motherfuckers using 250-year-old documents or 2,000-year-old magic books to tell us how we should go about marginalizing and oppressing people.
I'm not Christian.
Shut up, I'm talking now. I already knew the answer to my question before you got started. It's always the Constitution. Number one, you don't know what the Second Amendment you don't understand the context of the Second Amendment, but you still use it to huddle around your guns. You don't understand the Third, Fourth Amendments. Listen, you don't understand the Constitution. That's okay, because that bitch needs to go in the trash, and we need to have an updated document that more accurately represents a modern society. So fuck everything in the Constitution. Basic ethical common sense says a woman deserves autonomy over her own goddamn body, and I don't care if the white guy who died 240 years ago said so or not.
I agree. Here is the hypocrisy, though. When Trump says we should throw out the Constitution, he's a terrorist. When Jolly says that, he's applauded. There you go.
Wait, Borton, real quick.
Hold on. The only person that hold on, pause. No. What we're not gonna do is Luke, a Republican, said that somebody's a terrorist for throwing out, wanting to throw out the Constitution. I didn't say that. Fuck that. Fuck the Constitution. I don't give two shits about your Constitution. When the Constitution was written, people like me weren't even considered human beings. Think I give a fuck about a Constitution?
Somehow, your right to have Twitter fell under the First Amendment right, according to all the Republicans, but a woman's right to have an abortion just can't be found in the Constitution. It's funny how you're able to manipulate modern problems and shove them somewhere up the Constitution's ass until it pertains to women, until it pertains to trans people, until it pertains to other marginalized groups, until it pertains to indigenous people, until it pertains to black and brown people. All of a sudden, we can't find a place for it in the Constitution. But everything that white people need, want, or are fucking chase after can somehow find a nice little neat spot in the Constitution, even though that shit wasn't in there.
Jolly, I'm not Christian. I'm not white.
Nobody. Oh my Jesus Christ,
I am
bro.
not looking for your identity politics. I don't care about identity politics. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how you vote. I'm listening to the arguments you're making, and they're the same white supremacist talking points straight from the white supremacist playlist that has fucking failed us. And I'm going to use the words of presidential nominee Kamala Harris. We're not going back.
Wait, Borton, real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to add something to what Jolly said. If your litmus test is the Constitution, what does the 14th Amendment say?
Oh, that's lit.
Oh, that is lit. Do you know what the 14th Amendment says?
No, I don't.
I'll read it for you. Don't worry about it.
So-
Because you know what's weird?
thanks.
You know what's weird is these constitutionalists never know the actual Constitution. I always thought that was weird.
I'll let Jones read it to you, and then I'm going to explain why it actually does protect me in my access
Sure
to
does.
abortion.
And I'll explain it while I'm reading.
I
All
do
persons
agree.
born in...
Again, guys.
Are you really
Let him
talking
read
while
it.
I'm
Let him
talking,
read
bro?
it.
That's crazy.
Sorry.
Hey, guys, can y'all tap the
Sorry
screen?
again.
And the best way to support me, as you guys know, is to meet our goals, our daily goal. All of my pay links can be found in the bio. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo can all be found in the bio. I appreciate you all being here. Please continue to tap the screen. We've been here a long time, and those likes have not been moving. So please actively participate in this edutainment. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of a citizen of the United States. Do you know what privileges and immunities are?
Yeah, you explained it in the beginning of the live, so
I
know
did, right?
what it is.
So my right
Yeah,
to travel.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Life, liberty, and property.
Yep. No, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, and property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Are there any laws that violate your rights to bodily autonomy, medical privacy, or access to medical care?
No.
Okay. Do women have have those same protections?
Not in certain states.
Wait, listen, Borton. Wait, the first part of that 14th Amendment was all U.S. citizens are those that are born. Or naturalized. Is a fetus born or unnaturalized?
Neither.
So why is it they're being afforded a right that supersedes mine? And if, depending on my geographic location in the United States.
Hey, y'all, we're going sub only.
But you support that.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do. Trump says states' rights.
No.
You said you support Trump.
Me voting for a candidate doesn't mean I have to agree with everything that they're doing.
Yes, it does. He gets to appoint likely two more Supreme Court justices, which means that this will never be corrected for decades, for centuries, for generations.
Yeah, you take part of a candidate, you take all of it.
Correct. If you're willing to vote for someone knowing that they're going to violate human rights at a state level, at a federal level, whatever. And by the way, J.D. Vance, who's one heartbeat away from being the president, as the VP, literally does want it to be a federal abortion ban across the board.
Terrible VP pick.
He also thinks that women should stay in domestic violence homes for their children.
Well,
hey, really quickly, guys, I need to take a commercial break. Hey, Evil Scotsman, do you want to let everybody know why you're up here?
Yeah, I came up. Right now, I'm going through financial stuff. My daughter has got cancer. And between that and then I have an autoimmune problem. I've been off work. So I'm struggling financially. And yeah, I'm just not making it. I've got a notice just came through that I got to make a payment towards back rent or I'm going to be started eviction process in 3 days. And utilities are about to get cut off too.
So
what's the cash out?
It's my username right now. Same on Cash App and Venmo.
Hey guys, can one of my mods get Evil Scotsman's Cash App and put it in the poll up here, please and thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it because, yeah, this country sucks for healthcare.
Evil Scotsman, what did you say it was, bro?
It's my username.
Just Evil Scotsman?
Yep. It's same for Venmo and Cash App.
Evil Scots. Man. Am I? Oh, it's 2 L's.
Yeah, it's like the town, like a town, a village. Like, yeah, it's the only way I could get it to work.
Got it.
Get the
check.
It's a nickname I got in college.
No problem. I'm sending $100, guys, just so you know. See right there? I'm sending $100. Hopefully somebody can match.
I just sent a Cash App too.
Thank you. This means a lot right now. It's like, well, and also last Friday I found my cat's like my service animal. Found him passed away in the basement.
Oof.
So it's like when it rains, it pours.
So yeah, check the poll in the top corner for Evil Scotsman's pay links, and please do what we can, Tough Fam, to help them out. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you, everyone. It makes a big difference.
Oh, where'd our boy go? He ran off?
He's a runner, he's a track star.
Bro got upset.
He didn't even stay for my joke. I was going to say, you heard J.D. Vance can't go to Turkey anymore. It's because what he did to the Ottoman.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Hey, yo, do you know that there's a TikTok? Who's got that? Oh, Toy, you got to echo again. Hey, listen. There is a filter. There's a TikTok filter that has like a bunch of different sofas that like circulate through, and it says "smash or pass," the JD Vance edition. It is fucking hilarious, and it's just a bunch of different types of sofas.
Oh, we're talking about JD Vance's sectional assault.
Yeah, I'm being told he's a homosexual.
Yeah, it's his sectional assault.
Smash or pass with furniture is
with
crazy
sofas
work,
specifically.
Jesus Christ, that is. I thought I saw it all on this app so far for him, but nah.
Did you hear JD Vance's speech tonight?
No,
he literally said something about bringing his wife on stage. He goes, "I'd bring my wife up here, but then I ended up sleeping on the couch." And I reposted said, "But I thought you liked that."
Oh shit!
He literally said that.
So
in
he did it to
speech tonight.
himself.
He did. He literally self-owned himself in his rally speech tonight.
Well, I don't want to change. Transformative. You said you wanted to say something.
Yeah. So the whole issues with price gouging and things like that.
We can't hear you. Your mic is muffled.
What?
Jones, if you need room, I can drop down.
No okay. Problem. I don't think that there's anybody in there that that's an op.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Just drop me whenever if you do have someone.
Why? Does the rat dog need attention?
You know, wait a second. Just time out transformative because he's not well. He has a heart murmur.
Aw.
You're making fun of
Poor
him.
baby rat dog.
I can hear you. Oh, okay.
Toy, what kind of dog do you have?
I have a rat terrier.
Okay.
We're going to sleepy to you. Get out of here.
So you, in fact, have a rat dog?
I have a rat terrier.
Okay.
And his name is Chad.
So you, in fact, have a rat dog?
Okay.
All right, cool. I was just making sure that we were on the same page. Hey, go ahead.
Cat dog.
I've heard of it. I don't watch cartoons. I never did. I'm too.
Cat dog. It's a cat dog.
I've always been too grown for that. Thank you so much.
I remember cat dog.
Of course you do.
I'm a wee child, Jones.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go ahead, transformative.
So, So I live in a state that has a lot of farming area, and a lot of farmers had to sell big chunks, if not their whole entire field. And that means crops and all. They don't get to keep anything that they worked on. And then I heard that Trump's son-in-law and his daughter sold those kinds of that land to people from Saudi Arabia. So we don't even own those lands anymore. They're owned by somebody else in a different country. What the hell are we supposed to do here?
If I mute you, stay on mute. Fuck. Shouldn't be a hard concept.
You know, and it's sad when, like, I'm a city person. I'm from California, and I got stuck in the Midwest. But it's still sad to watch people lose their livelihood. It's like, and it's generational livelihood. It's they grew up with it. That's their great granddads, farm and land and stuff, and they lost it. And like me, I'm the therapist. So me being a therapist, I work with, obviously people with depression, but I've seen a lot of farmers that are men come in and tell me these stories. So while Trump is in office, his daughter and his son-in-law are making bank off of the land that we're supposed to be utilizing for our own food. Why do people want these idiots in office? They're not for us. They're for themselves.
Facts.
That's all I wanted to say.
All right. Well, I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me up. I'm gonna go, and I had water. You didn't ask, but I'm just gonna put it in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. It's
No,
late.
it's okay.
I'm tired, but thank you, Transformative. I appreciate you.
No problem. You have a great night.
You too. Can somebody? Oh, is the Evil Scotsman poll still up there? Isaac. All right. Well, Isaac's muted.
Hey, Jones, can I say like last two things?
Nope.
Okay.
It's not an airport. We don't do, you know what I'm saying, departures around here. If you aren't planning on staying, you can just go.
Okay. I'm gonna watch the live, but I wanted to think. I wanted to.
Well, hello there, everybody. How are you doing, Darkwan Jones? You doing well?
Sure am.
That's good, that's good. So what you got up here tonight? It's probably some more racism, sir. Kamala,
you know me.
Is who the people want. Cope, I guess. Who are the people?
The citizens of the United States.
Well, I'm a citizen of the United States, so I feel like maybe you're missing some folks then.
Thank you, TS. I'm pretty sure that you want Kamala too. You just don't know it.
Oh, really? Okay. So tell me why I want Kamala instead of Trump.
So you can keep getting your Social Security.
I don't get Social Security. I pulled myself up by the bootstraps, made me some businesses, and I make my own money. You wouldn't know nothing about that, would you?
Yes,
so
not.
Hang on, so you're a dummy.
No, how is that doing like a business?
You're old enough to receive free money.
And you don't take it.
But you're too dumb to take it.
Well, no, I don't take handouts. I work for my money.
You have to pay.
You paid into it.
Yeah, you got to pay into Social Security to get it back. That's
No,
not a handout.
No. That's what the libs want you to think. Actually, the money is being taken out of it's being taken from orphans, and it's taking their lunch money, and they're giving it to liberals, and then the liberals are gonna cry about orphans having their money taken. That's what it is. Y'all giving me these looks, but look at the facts. Go find the nearest orphan and ask them how often, when the last time they got their lunch money taken. And I guarantee you they're gonna say a liberal took my lunch money and then gave it to Social Security.
My man said I guarantee they're gonna say this.
Guarantee, yes.
How many orphan children even know what the fuck Social Security is? That's what I'm confused on how this process works.
Well, they don't know what parents are, so they have a lot of time on their hands to learn about other things.
Oh, they're allowed to read books?
But some of them, if they're men, the boy orphans.
It's fucking crazy.
You're gonna force me to take another drink of water.
Oh man.
Shot of water.
Michael, what's going on, bro? You had some water today?
Hey, brother, I've had some water, but after hearing my man, I'm going to need something stronger than water. God darn, man. It's some scary stuff right there, man. Listen, man. What's crazy is, man, look, I'm a huge Kamala supporter, man. I'm a supporter of anybody who has common sense. I can't deal with all the hatred and the rhetoric on the other side and the broken promises. They act like this man has never broken a promise. Everything he said he would do, he hasn't done.
He's never fulfilled a promise.
He's never. Anyway, the man is. He will never apologize for anything he says or does. He made fun of the disabled. I mean, he's taking money away from veterans. I don't know why he says I love the veterans when he takes things away from the veterans. You know what I'm saying? My father's a veteran, 30-year veteran. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, served his country. My son is serving his country right now in the Army. You know, and you know, anybody that doesn't stand for our men and women in uniform, I can't stand by that man. He say one thing but do another.
Right.
146 family farms were taken away. You know what I'm saying? 146 farmers lost their families under the Trump administration, but nobody talks about that.
I talk about it every day.
Nobody talks
literally
about
every day. I talk about it. Thank you, Amanda.
Yeah, I know, but see, they still. It doesn't matter what they do. If he takes everything from them, and they'll still praise him and love him because it's kind of like this thing of, well, I guess in the mindset of some people, I guess white will always be right, and I hate that people can't see past this educated woman. Well, first of all, they can't get past the fact that she's a woman. I think that's the biggest problem. But 22 sovereign countries have women who are their leaders and are doing well. So it's we who are.
Yeah, somebody asked me that earlier. Like, name a country that has a woman leader. Matter of fact,
Brazil.
Bro, yeah, I was about to say
South Korea.
Yeah.
You want me to
soon
run
to
down
be
the list?
soon to be Mexico. And like I said, Angela Merkel was, the premier of Germany for quite some time.
You know what amazes me is that people will destroy.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Don't tell them about the Queen of England.
Oh, no. She's not a woman, right? They say they don't think she's a woman, I guess. I don't know. But, the crazy part about it is people are quick to bash what a woman can't do. But all of us came from a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all righty.
But North Korea will have a female leader.
What's that?
North Korea will eventually have a female leader.
A woman?
A woman.
Yeah, it's currently rumored that he is eyeing his niece as a successor.
Oh, okay. I don't know who just subscribed. I'm sorry I missed it, but thank you for the subscription. I'm sorry I missed it though. I was.
Can I just step in here into this woman conversation?
No, not yet. I want to introduce. Well, Michael, thank you for coming up, bro. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Appreciate your support. I got so many people waiting, so I just want to rotate as much as I can. But thank you so much for your kind words. Hey, Nikki, what's going on? Yeah.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. So I was kind of here with the whole Isaac thing, and they trying to figure out what it is that Trump's doing, and I think we have yet to talk about the 2025 plan.
Project 2025, yeah.
Project 2025. Yeah, I've been reading a lot into that. I've been hearing a lot about it. And the one thing that concerns me,
there's only one?
Several things. Right. No. Let me rephrase that. It's so many things that all of it concerns me. But one thing that kind of stuck out today that I learned amongst all of it is that they have a clause in there where your children your boys have to sign up for the military if they're in public school, versus private school kids or boys do not have to sign up.
That's crazy.
So send our boys to the military, and because you can afford to pay however many thousands a month, your kid is safe.
That's cap.
Like, to me.
No, it's not.
Okay. It's so many things, and to sit here and praise someone, and everyone you've talked to, let me give you your kudos right now, because this is not the only platform I've listened to today. And these platforms, every single person, and I'm sorry how this may sound, that vote or says I'm voting for Trump, their points are, only thing they go for is
The
immigration.
Border. Yep, every time.
But it's so many veins in running a country.
Right.
Like, I get it.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Nikki? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that? Trump ran his whole entire campaign last time on the border. He came down the golden fucking elevator talking about immigration and then didn't pass a single immigration policy. Not one.
Well, he had an executive order.
Yeah,
No, we
for not for the border, not for the southern border. He didn't.
What border policy did he DO?
There was an executive order to stop people from coming in.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah,
no,
there was. He tried the Muslim ban. That shit didn't work out for him. He tried the China, you know what I'm saying, the ban on or stopping people
China
from coming.
ban was wrong because
that's not true. That was the Muslim ban that people said was racist. Nobody had an issue with him stopping people from coming to China. He said that. He said, "Oh, they're gonna say that I'm racist," when literally nobody complained about it at all. He said that.
He had no EO.
Go ahead, Nikki. Go ahead.
Let me tell you what he did do that we all saw nationwide. And I don't care if you're a foreigner or you are here in this country. You put no one's kids in cages. You don't separate them from their parents.
Fact.
You treated them like animals. Now, I get, like I said, there should be some kind of revamping of our immigration policy. That's one vein. That's not this entire country. When you look at that 2025 plan, it is taking us back to the 1800s. And for you to be fine with that just so immigrants can't come in, well, let me tell you this, and this is going to sound harsh as well. Who's going to cut the grass or do whatever these other jobs that they do come over here and do freely because they just want to work? You're not going to do it. As a matter of fact, what happened last year in Florida when they were...
That shit was wild. Hey, listen, we couldn't afford no fruits and vegetables at the goddamn store.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. But you want this so bad. Like, it is going to hurt our economy more than help to do what you're doing. And this vice president...
How do you implement it? That's the real question. How do you implement it? How do you go around... How do you go around and round up undocumented citizens, undocumented immigrants?
And that's a round table discussion. That's something we need to work on. That is something that's been neglected for so long. That yes, that's something we need to work on. But at the end of the day, what he chose to do, no, sir, that's animalistic. I don't believe in it. All of his policies are actually animalistic to me. And I think that our country has no place for someone such as that.
Wait, can you just explain the cages for me again?
Immigrant.
Just explain
What
the
do you
cages.
mean explain? You didn't see them? You didn't see the cages?
I know that Obama built cages, but
didn't use them, though.
No, that's not true. Hold on. Stop. Obama built cages specifically for a specific reason.
You want to talk about the DNA too with the Kamala?
The DNA?
Hold on, Nikki, please. Obama built cages for a specific reason. He built the cages because if somebody were to come into the States and they were found to be on a criminal watch list or anything of that nature, there was a place to place them. In addition to that, if there was an unaccompanied minor that came in, some of them would be placed in these detention facilities until they could either locate their family, south of the border, or locate the family or who they intended to go to inside of the border, or locate a placement for them in whatever other humane institutions we have in the United States. None of it was from separating biological children from their biological parents. Like, none of that was the case. No families were separated during Obama's presidency. So that's that on that.
Meanwhile, Trump was keeping children in cages for months on end and had families separated, with more than 5,000 children that had been separated from their families with no documentation and no paper trail. Also, the EO you're referencing is about the border. Fun fact, he only EO'd a border bill because he couldn't get his literal trifecta House and Senate to agree to a border bill. He also reallocated defense spending, and he ended up shutting the government down, the longest U.S. government federal shutdown in history, because his border bill was demanding $5.6 billion of unapproved funding that was not approved by Congress and that was being reallocated from the defense spending, even though he ran on him getting monies from Mexico to pay for it. Meanwhile, Biden actually got money from Mexico to address border patrol and border issues. So, yeah, he did no policy, because a wall is not policy. The highest level of illegal immigration crossings is at our border wall. So a wall is not policy. A wall is a wall.
And Nikki, is there anything else you want to add?
Say it again. I'm
So
sorry.
was there something else you wanted to add?
Other than let's more so focus if you are really wanting to be a Trump supporter, because everyone has a right to vote for who they want to vote for. But absolutely, thoroughly investigate who you're choosing because it can affect you and your situation, such as they're eliminating unions. Unions were responsible for giving us paid vacation, sick time, things such as that. Or same-sex marriages. Who are you to decide who loves who? You don't get to do that, but you keep speaking on voting for Trump for freedom. Yet he's eliminating everything we have fought for. I don't understand that. And also gun control. We're not saying take them away, but do you understand what is happening? People are using them like candy. And it is dangerous for our children to be in school or a person to go grocery shopping or have a concert. It is on and on and on. And at a time where we are losing people to police violence, you want to give them complete immunity to just be out here and do whatever they want to do. They've done enough to show us that that should not be the case.
Hey, Jones.
Yo, what up?
I heard someone about to start up about Kamala's DNA and all this and questioning blackness. I don't know if they.
No, I don't think that that's what they were talking about. I think they were talking about DNA tests at the border, but that was something they were trying to do under the Trump administration. So I don't even know why they brought it up.
Okay, all right then. But I do want to say this before it even comes up because we've been dealing with it a lot. For people who say that we are only voting for Kamala because we think she's black, I want to ask you a question. We've only had one non-white president, so it has been proven that black people from the beginning, since we had the right to vote, have constantly been able to vote for white people. The questions become, are you upset at us for even wondering why can't we vote for anybody that we feel like is good for the job that just might happen to be non-white?
Right. You know what I'm saying? The Kamala's race, ethnicity, nationality, none of that shit even played a factor into me being excited about the fact that she was running. Not a single portion of that. But that's but in the main parties is always talking about, oh, I don't want to get involved in identity politics, but all of their politics revolve around folks' identities. Their gender, their sexuality, their race, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. That's all y'all ever discuss. Their immigration status. It's weird. It's weird. Thank you for coming up, Nikki. I appreciate you, Frey.
Thank you.
All right, you have a good one.
You too.
Harris, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Ain't nothing going on but the rent, as they would say.
Yeah, I feel that. Dude, I don't know. It's this election is going to be interesting for sure. Got a couple more months left. Dude, I feel like
I don't really think it's gonna be that interesting. I think all the interesting shit went out the window like a couple weeks ago. Be honest with you.
Yeah, it was a lot happening recently for sure. Probably the high point of it. I mean, Biden dropping out, the dang assassination attempt. I mean, that's pretty crazy even to have that stuff going on in our lifetime. But man, I don't know. It just seems like when a Democrat gets into office or something, it goes pretty much a few months into once they get into office, like gas just goes up to $4 or something.
What are you talking about? Yeah,
I feel like that's gonna.
Under
Obama.
Under Obama, we had lower gas prices, than under Trump. So what are you talking about?
I don't remember it ever being under $3 with
Is that a joke?
Obama. No, man. Like it used
How
to
old
take
are
me
you?
like 28, and I was only when Obama first, or let's see, when I started driving when I was like 12 years ago, I guess.
Yeah, so when Obama got in office?
Yeah, like it was a little bit after, probably in the middle of his first term or something.
Yeah.
But it was definitely taking me more to fill up my damn. It used to take me $50 or so to fill up my car that I had, and then in 16 when Trump got elected.
You know what I suggest, bro?
What's up?
Get a better job, or stop driving a truck.
I mean, but I mean that's just something that affects. I don't got a truck, but it's just something that affects your.
The oil companies, you know? The oil companies are making record profits, bro. So you're not.
Yeah.
So hold on. You think you think that Biden can like pick up the phone and call somebody and like, hey, motherfucker, lower the gas prices?
Nah, I mean, but
what do you think Trump's gonna do to lower the gas prices?
That's what, dude. Honestly, I don't even know, man. But I bet they're gonna come down. You know what
How
I mean?
so? What's he gonna do?
I don't know, man. But I would place a bet that like within a couple months of
based on what?
Democrat being what?
Based on what?
I mean,
what did he do to make gas prices low? Lie about the pandemic, and then had to shut down the country, so everybody had to stay inside, and so there was no demand, and there was a lot of supply, so gas prices were low.
What? When?
During 2020.
Yeah, but I mean, gas prices were low the minute he took office. Almost.
That's not true at all. They were the same as they were under Obama.
Dude, no, in 2016, 17, gas was like
he wasn't in office in 2016. Obama was.
I thought Trump's term was 16 to 20.
He took office in January of 2017. Here, look.
February 2016, gas prices were $1.67 national average.
Exactly.
Yeah, 17, right? So when
16. February 2016.
Shit, I mean, I don't know if y'all notice now, like, see how they're coming down. The gas prices have been coming down the last year.
Okay,
or so.
Can I explain something to you really quickly? I just
feel like they try to do that for the election.
No, whatever, Harris. I just want to explain something to you. Because they can't do something for the election that they have no control over, bro. So here's the thing. When Obama was in office, at the beginning of his second term, right? He gave the green light for fracking. You know what fracking is?
Yeah.
Okay, so he gave the green light for fracking. And what that did is create a much larger supply of oil. And we also still had our own refineries then. So we could refine our own oil here in the United States, and we didn't have to send it out to be refined and then get it back, okay? And so that started to lower gas prices as he moved towards the end of his term. All right. So when Trump got in office, Obama's administration had already created a large supply of oil, and we still had our own refineries. One of the very first things that happened when Trump took office was his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, brokered a deal with the Saudis to sell our largest oil refinery in the United States to the Saudis. We also sold multiple other refineries to the Saudis as well, or to foreign nations, I should say. Excuse me, not to the Saudis, but to foreign nations as well. Then, during COVID, the price per barrel plummeted because nobody was driving. So we had a lot of supply and no demand, right? So Trump went to OPEC and he said, hey, listen, I need you guys to cut oil production. I can show you on the screen. He got OPEC to agree, and he said that if they didn't do it, that he was going to penalize them. So OPEC cut oil production by 9.5 million barrels a day. That's almost 10 million barrels a day, which cut, global supply. So when the country opened back up, now we had less supply and a much higher demand. And what happens when you have a low supply and a high demand?
What's up?
You run.
What happens when you have a low supply and a high demand?
I mean, it's got to go up, I guess, right?
Prices go up. Now, at that time, many of the corporations across America was like, oh, prices got to go up because we lost money during COVID And now gas prices are high, and so transportation costs are up. But then when the gas prices started to go down, the prices never did, which means they were lying, because the vast majority of these corporations are still turning and have been turning record profits. And because they're turning record profits, our stock market has been shooting through the fucking ceiling over and over and over and over again. Corporations are literally bending American citizens over. So Biden said, you know what? I'm going to try to get some legislation passed. This is the oil and gas price gouging bill, right? He said, hey, let's pass a bill so that the oil companies can't keep gouging consumers here in America. Look at this. I just want you to see this. How many Republicans voted yeah? How many Republicans voted yeah?
Okay. Is it you pointing at the 217?
Nope.
Nope, 0.
Right below that.
Oh, 0. Okay, below it. So nothing.
None of them. Why wouldn't Republicans vote to help save you guys money at the pump? Why wouldn't they do that?
Hell, I don't know.
Because they get paid by the oil companies.
Shit. I mean, just once it gets up to $4 some, it's just like, damn. I mean,
Okay, do you understand? Do you know that gas is a global market and not a U.S. only market? I'm just curious. Do you recognize that? Okay, do you recognize that right now the Middle East is experiencing wars and Russia, Ukraine is experiencing wars? Two of the first and secondary largest importers of oil.
Yeah, I mean, if they're in a war, right now.
Yeah. Okay. Do you also recognize that, like Jones was just pointing out, that corporate greed is a very real thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so if you have a combination of Mobil, Citgo, Shell, Exxon driving up their prices, they've made record profit year over year since 2020. You can go look this up. So corporations for groceries, by the way, Walmart is on track to make 7% higher net profit than they did the year prior right now. But they're making record profit. They're price gouging us consumers. Also, the fact that we did lose refineries. We lost more than 7 refineries under Trump's administration. I think it's just crazy to me that you don't recognize the reason for gas prices. Like, who's in charge as president has little impact on gas prices. So if you're voting for a president because of gas and grocery prices, well, that's dumb, because presidents don't control that. Corporate greed does. A global a global market controls gases. Like, there's more factors that go into play that are more than just a single president.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I know it's not just one single thing.
Yeah, but why are you voting for Trump then?
So I feel like a lot of the Democrat Party just kind of lies to the people straight up a lot. I mean,
you are kidding, right? What do we lie about?
They've been lying about Biden's health.
Nope,
you know,
I mean,
nobody's lied about Biden's health. When he had COVID, they said, "Bro, got COVID."
No, I mean, even Kamala, when she's still vice president, but was saying that Biden's fit to run and stuff.
He is. To run. He's choosing to step down because the party and a lot of the base said, "You're too old. Get the fuck out of the way."
I mean,
bro, listen. Hold on, Harris. I need you to stop for a second, bro. So you brought up the whole gas thing, which you were wildly inaccurate about. Like, it was crazy wrong. I mean, here, and I just has the thing. I just put it on the big screen, right? So, well, shit, it doesn't fit well into the screen, right? But this tells you all of the years. Okay. Anyways, so you were wildly wrong about that, right? And then you just said, oh, well, the Democrats lied to the people. Kamala lied to the American citizens about Biden's health. You didn't come up with that idea on your own, Harris. That's not your original thought.
What do you mean?
You didn't come up with this idea that Kamala or the Democratic Party was lying about Joseph Biden's health on your own.
I mean,
that's not your Harris. That's not your original thought.
I mean, you can tell, like, especially
Harris,
from when he
that's not
started
your
the election,
original thought. Do you think that it's important, you know what I'm saying, to think for yourself?
Yeah. For sure.
At what point do you start doing that?
I mean, just Biden himself or whoever runs his Twitter account, you know, like days before he dropped out was saying, I will be in the race. I will be or I will be.
Shit changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes I tell my kids I'm going to take
like,
them to Disney the following day or on the weekend. And then I don't feel so great or it rains outside. And so then I say, hey, can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah, but doing it a few days before,
hey, do you
or
think
even
Biden? Do you think
16,
Biden
17
is
hours
smart?
before.
Hey, Harris, do you think Biden is smart?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, he's been in
Okay, do you think he's
politics
strategic?
for 40,
Right,
50
in like
years,
50 years, yeah.
been
Do you think he's
suckling off
strategic?
the government's teat pretty much.
Hold on, what?
Okay, well, that's
He's passed some of the most significant legislation that has ever been passed in the United States. And you're talking about suckling off a teat when this man made millions of fucking dollars by having the Secret Service stay in his expensive ass hotels, literally having taxpayers pay millions of dollars while he was president. Millions. He spent more millions of dollars on golf trips and hanging out, you know what I'm saying, with his buddies at hotels than Obama spent the entire 8 years. He doubled it. Bro, what are you talking about? Suckling off the teat.
I mean, dude, Trump has the money to go play golf.
So then why was he using our money? So then why was he using our money?
He wasn't.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Hey, Harris, so you agree that he's smart and he's strategic and he knows politics. Would you also agree that it would be really smart of, I'm going to call him Dark Brandon in this moment, to wait until after the RNC signed the dotted line for Trump to be their nominee and Vance to be the vice president before you said, oh, by the way, just kidding, bitches, I'm out?
What was that again? I'm sorry.
Do you think it would be really strategic if you were literally being shit on for weeks on end, especially after the debate, of being the oldest U.S. presidential candidate, namely Biden, and you said, you know what, I'm going to step down for the good of my country, but I'm going to keep leading the world to believe I'm not for this week until the RNC completes. And then when the RNC is over and they sign the dotted line saying, hey, Trump's our official nominee and Vance is a VP, just kidding, bitches, you just spent 5 days shitting on me and talking about Sleepy Joe, and I'm not your guy no more. Do you think that's a pretty Dark Brandon style move?
I mean, I don't think so. I think it's more, dishonesty to the people, I guess.
Oh my God.
How is it dishonest?
I mean,
if he
Biden
dropped out the week before the RNC or the week after, what's the difference?
I mean,
yo, the feigned outrage is disgusting, bro. It really is. It just makes y'all look like a bunch of dishonest degenerates. It really does. I mean that. Like, nobody is believing your feigned outrage. Nobody's buying your feigned outrage. Nobody's buying it whatsoever. I want you to read this really quickly. I want you to read this. Here, I'm gonna turn it so that you make sure you can see it, and then I'm gonna zoom this bitch in so I know that you can see it. Look at this. Robert Reich, a former labor secretary, asserts that Trump golf trip cost taxpayers $141 million. Judicial Watch estimates, document obtained by Judicial Watch, a conservative government watchdog, indicate that Americans paid approximately $102 million for Trump's golf-related security and travel expenses during his almost 2.5 years in office. That's only in 2.5 years. Huffington Post analysis, according to the Government Accountability Office, $81 million was spent on Trump's 24 golf trips to Florida, $17 million on 15 trips to New Jersey, and $1 million on his Los Angeles golf resort, equivalent to presidential salary. Trump's golf expenses amount to nearly 287 years of presidential salary, which he often mentions that he does not take. Now, when we look at his tax returns from when he was president, he only donated one quarter salary. He only donated 1/4 salary. The rest he kept for himself. He literally bamboozled the fuck out of y'all. And you're like, oppress me more, daddy. Like, I just swear, like, you know what I'm saying? And he's sitting at fucking Mar-a-Lago with his feet up on the desk, fucking laughing at y'all. And y'all just keep on doing his bidding. No matter what dumb shit he tells you, y'all go around and repeat it. This man has been conning people his whole life. Trump University, fucking Trump Airlines, Trump Steaks, bankrupt multiple casinos, like had all types of people work on his properties, contractors, small businesses, and then never paid them. One guy literally unalived himself. He took Trump to court. It lasted 9 years. 9 years Trump dragged him through court. He finally got a settlement. He paid off all of the people that he owed money to and then unalived himself. He says he grabs women by the vagina and kisses them in the mouth without their consent. And then 26 different women said, yep, he did just that. He was adjudicated for the rape of E. Jean Carroll. He went on the Howard Stern show and says that he goes into the teen Miss America pageant and watches the girls. Why would a 50-something-year-old man buy a Miss Teen America pageant, Miss Teen USA pageant? Why would a 50-year-old man do that? That's not weird at all. 4,000 lawsuits against him before he ever ran for president. Before he ever even mentioned that he was going to run for president. 4,000 lawsuits. Like, y'all, I don't even feel sorry for y'all anymore. I really don't. Because there's no excuse for this level of dumb. There's just not. There's no excuse for it at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I live in
He literally just said at a Christian event to stop voting. You don't need to vote anymore after this election. 4 years, I'll fix it. You'll never have to vote again. The dude is a fascist. Not like maybe, sorta. No, he's a fascist.
I've seen that clip. I don't know what he's talking about, honestly, in that clip.
Okay, I'm gonna let you explain it to me. I'm gonna play it for you, and then you explain to me what is being said. Because I have a very firm grasp on the English language, like a phenomenal grasp on the English language. If you haven't been able to tell by the conversations that we've been having today, but you tell me what it is that I'm missing.
Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
What did I miss?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know exactly what. I mean, I've heard that before. I don't know exactly what
he said it 2 nights ago. And then he spoke to Lauren Ingram yesterday, and when she literally threw a softball at him and said, "Hey, can you just like confirm that you didn't mean you don't? They're never going to." He's like, "No, I'm going to fix the country. They don't need to vote anymore." He doubled down.
Yeah, what did I miss, Harris?
No, nothing. I don't know what he means by that. I mean, that doesn't.
What else could it mean?
I mean, a president can't turn around and make people.
He has full immunity.
Again, so
he's been given full immunity. He can declare martial law on a drop of a dime and eliminate our elections. You understand that?
I don't think a president can do that.
Supreme Court told him he has full presidential immunity. Full presidential immunity means if he tells his military officers, "I want to invoke martial law for this reason," just making one up, all elections will be canceled on his command, and it'll be fully legal and upheld by the Supreme Court. You understand that, right?
I don't think that's possible.
That is what the Supreme Court just confirmed, sir. It is possible. No. The Supreme Court just gave him full immunity.
To get rid of elections?
To do whatever he wants. They said any decision he makes while president is protected by immunity.
No, not any decision. Not any decision.
Yes, any decision he makes as president. Complete immunity as president.
No, I don't think that's right.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It literally said, yeah.
Go ahead, John.
No question. Harris,
that's right.
Can you tell me a policy that Donald Trump's currently running on?
Not off the top of my head, honestly, no.
Are you voting for him?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I live in Tennessee, so we're going red no matter what, basically.
That's not true.
Yeah, at all.
Can I give you a scenario in which
it's a very good chance to go red?
Can I give
Probably
you a
more
scenario?
than 90%. Go ahead.
Can I give you a scenario in which Tennessee doesn't go red?
Sure. Yeah.
If more people vote blue. So if you were thinking about not voting for Donald Trump, just go not vote for Donald Trump. So when you say I think so, are you just voting because you think everybody else is and that's how you vote, or?
No, I mean,
it sounds like, hey, I'm a sheep and I'll do what everybody else is doing. That's what it sounds like. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you're wrong. I haven't voted. I mean, I didn't vote for Donald Trump in 2020.
How old are you, Harris?
28.
Okay, so you were old enough to vote. You just didn't vote.
Yeah, I didn't vote in the last election. Didn't vote in 2016.
Why not?
I just didn't want to, man. I just think the whole Electoral college thing's a little off. Like Tennessee's.
The Electoral college is the reason Donald Trump won the presidency in 2016. Did you vote in 2016? You were 20 years old then.
No.
So in every presidential election that you've been eligible to vote in, you haven't voted.
Yeah, no, I still haven't voted.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for not doing it, honestly, but I just, when it came down to it.
Why don't you start this election and go out and vote for Kamala Harris and make a difference in the world? You guys have a name in common.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just wondering, why won't you? Why won't you go out and vote this time and help turn Tennessee blue?
I don't know. It's tough, man. I gotta look more into it, man, because it's hard to.
Do you think that, going back to the conversation that you and Jess were just having, do you think that it is prudent, not prudent? Sorry, that was a George H.W. Bush joke. Do you think it is prudent for somebody who's running for president to say things like, if you vote for me this time, you'll never have to vote again? Should someone ever leave that up for the interpretation of the voters?
No, I mean, I don't think so.
Right. I agree with you. The same guy also said, I'll be a dictator on day one. He said, I'll be a dictator on day one. He said that. It's on record. So he said, I'll be a dictator day one and vote for me and never vote for me again. And so we can try to sidestep that and say, well, what he meant was this and what he meant was that. But when I ask you, what policies is he running on? The guy never, ever talks about policies. He's got a cool name for everybody. Sleepy Joe Biden, Lion Kamala Harris, blah, blah, blah. He's got a name for everybody, but he don't have a policy for anything. Does that not concern you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a little bit.
Right. So what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, if you don't know what the man stands for, or what not stands for, but what policies he's running on, it's because he's not telling you the policy. And I'm going to give you a hint. He's not telling anybody the policies. Okay, he's not. He says things like, I'll fix the borders, just trust me. But he don't tell you how he's going to do it. And when you say things like, that's not something a president
he did. He said that last time too. Like, literally ran his whole entire campaign on that shit. Didn't pass a single piece of legislation on the border.
Correct. And never had a plan to pass legislation, and he doesn't now. So, like, people talk about things like the borders. I promise you, Harris, that in Tennessee, the borders are not affecting you. They're just not. The Tennessee-Mexico border is completely secure. You don't got to worry about it. So what you need to do is you need to look around in Tennessee where you live and say, hey, what's affecting our everyday life? And I can tell you what they are. It's people not getting paid enough. It's people being overtaxed. It's people not being able to, live comfortable lives and being forced to work until they're 65 and 70 years old. It's middle America staying stagnant. It's house prices and rental prices being too high. It's the cost of living being too high. It's the lack of health care. If I go to anywhere in Tennessee right now, I'm going to find people with health care issues that could be easily resolved with better policies. Okay. Now keep in mind, Tennessee has a bad habit of voting for fucking bad people in the right positions to make these things better. But Tennessee has a very high rate of diabetes. And diabetes is a death sentence in America because it costs $12,000 a year to get insulin, but it only costs $75 a year to make insulin. There's only one party that's planning to address that, the Democratic Party. In fact, Joe Biden, during his presidency, capped the price of insulin, which is an issue that affects your state and your people very much. So I encourage you to look around your area. Look at the real life problems that you see every day, Harris, as a 28-year-old man. Don't listen to the fucking hype. Don't listen to the bullshit. What is affecting America, right? I'm sorry, Tennessee. And it's not the border, dude. The Tennessee-Mexico border is just fine. It is corporate greed. It is lack of health care. It's lack of home and food security. It's lack of just social security. It's lack of the future security. And only one party is addressing that. And they're offering policies on how they're going to do it. And Donald Trump is not. So this is your chance to vote for the first time in your life and make a change and vote blue. Turn Tennessee blue.
And by the way, Biden won 38% of the vote in 2020. And while, 12% sounds big, that is very achievable with what has happened since 2020. We are talking J6 happened. We are talking Roe v. Wade was overturned. We are talking, Supreme Court decisions that have been incredibly dangerous and alarming. We now have a 6-3 Supreme Court majority Republican flaning since then. Like all of these things have gone into effect since 2020, which could really inspire the flipping of Tennessee and pretty much any historically red state, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some that have, in the last few years, have came a whole lot closer. Like, what is it? It seems like Georgia's been going.
Georgia flipped last time.
Yeah.
Texas,
And it'll
Florida.
flip this time.
But hell, my bad. I got to get off here. It's been cool. Y'all take it easy. Have a good night.
Start thinking for yourself, Harris.
Harris, before you go, just because I didn't want to, I was talking out of the top of my head, so I wanted to make sure I got some numbers to you before you left.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
You're good. I looked up the rate of diabetes in Tennessee, and it's 9% higher than the national average. So my gut feeling was correct. Diabetes is a big problem in your state, and Joe Biden capped the price of diabetes. The price of diabetes was capped by Joe Biden. Joe Biden made a very big positive effect on the people in your life, the people that live around you, your neighbors, your family. Joe Biden made an effect on those people. So you're busy being fed this line of all these immigrants across the border, while diabetes is killing your neighbors and only one party addressed it. I want you to think about that tonight. Have a good night.
For sure, man. Y'all too. Yeah, they love the sweet tea and stuff out here. But yeah, y'all take it easy.
Hey, real quick, I just want to address the chat when it comes to expanding the Medicare under the Inflation Reduction Act and how it gave lower insulin prices, like Jolly was just mentioning, at $35 a pay. The EO that Trump signed before, as he was walking out the door in 2020, that wasn't going to go into effect till 2021 after Biden already took office, only affected Supplement D participants. You had to have a Supplement D participant. That was the only Medicare participant that got it. If you just had Medicare, you did not get a discount on your prescription drugs. The bill that Biden got passed with bipartisan support gave every single participant of Medicare discounted prescriptions. I just want to set that straight so that the crazy people in the chat who are saying misinformation know the facts.
Yeah, if Biden 100% is the person responsible for capping the price of insulin. Are they saying otherwise in the chat?
They were saying that Trump did that and Biden just stopped it. No, Trump was only giving Supplement D.
I tell you what, add a dragon to that story, and maybe it'll sell some books, but it's not real life.
I wanted to address something that was kind of misinformation in the chat. So Georgia did enact a voter cancellation website. And you can theoretically go put anybody's name and put them in there to have their voter registration canceled. However, in order for that registration to actually be canceled, either somebody who is a family member of that person or that person themselves, and a family member would have to be, if the person was deceased or otherwise incapacitated, would have to sign the card that goes to the last registered address of the voter and send it back to the state for that registration cancellation to actually take effect.
Wait, where are you finding this? Because I had a gentleman that called and wrote out the whole description and said there's no paper trail. And I actually had someone screen grab me that lives in Georgia that went through the process. It also said there's no
I got
paper
it.
trail.
I'll put the screenshot up for you. Give me 1 second.
Okay, yeah.
Georgia voter registration cancellation portal.
But like, why even make that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the purpose?
First initial, last name, county, date of birth is all.
And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but here it is right here. This is like the actual website.
Yeah, no, this doesn't mean, this says that they're going to send you a letter after you've already been removed.
No, read right there on the bottom. The voter will not be removed unless the form is signed by the voter or relative of the deceased voter.
Yeah, but how they're going to, like, anybody could sign it?
They could, however.
Oh no, that's the vote. Hold on. That says voter registration cancellation form. You may also mail completed forms.
You're on the wrong thing. This is the new. Yeah, this is the thing. You're looking at the form. This is not the form. The website is new. This is the old process that you're looking at.
Oh shit! Really? Because this is from the Georgia State website. All right, I retract that. Let me go and look. I apologize.
That's what I'm saying. I have screen grabs that people are sending me that they will remove you, and they send you a letter of confirmation that you've been removed.
Oh, wait a minute, dude. Oh my God, I got a brilliant idea for a video, bro. I'm gonna do it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna say it out loud because I'm gonna steal my video.
You know I will.
I know.
I'm black. Jones. That's what we do.
Jones, no, it's not because you're black. Because Jones' #1 content stealer on planet Earth.
#1 content stealer on planet Earth is crazy.
It's a wild diabolical.
This is what happens when you hit submit. By clicking submit, you are swearing that you have the qualifications to cancel your voter registration. The information you're submitting is true and accurate. This is what you get when you hit submit with the new program. That's it.
Hey, Jess, what the fuck is that?
Trail. I don't know.
Okay, so that's new because it was the other one. You're correct, and I apologize. It was 21-2-23 or something like that, and that says 560.
You tell me.
Sent to me by somebody else.
Phone.
I don't know.
What are you watching,
dude?
It
was sent to me by a Republican.
What are you watching?
No, this is sent to me by a Republican in IG. I'll show you the screen grab who sent it to me.
But why are they all
I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna see what happens when I do it.
No, don't do it, dude.
Yeah, I was about to say you might really remove somebody.
No, I'm gonna not click on.
Okay, just to prove that this was sent to me, and I did not, whatever that was.
What were they watching?
This is a Republican. I don't know, but it was a Republican. It's a Republican. He was trying to argue with me, saying that what I was saying was false, and I'm like, no, it's not. Then he sent me the screen grab. I'm like, what you're sending me proves it's not false. Apparently, he was watching some Schmittler shit. I don't know.
That's what it looked like.
I mean, this is not me.
Yeah, well, Irish people were slaves too.
Irish people were slaves too. It's crazy. Y'all be doing too much.
Oh man.
Hey yo.
Yeah, this new website.
You know what's crazy though, Jess? Hey Jess, you know what's crazy? You just did me the biggest favor ever.
What was that?
Because No Rads is always talking about how she's never wrong. And she was wrong this time.
So
That's crazy.
You are so full of shit, Jones. Oh my God. From sunup to sundown, I have to listen to you about you being right all the time. I was right about content. Thank you.
No, Rad, you and my wife will get along fabulously then, because she's also never wrong. Right, babe?
I'm also never wrong. Babe, am I ever wrong? Am I ever wrong?
I'll say I'm wrong.
Am I ever wrong?
You are Jones. Why are you like that?
If my wife is wrong,
on me.
If my wife is wrong, she's gonna tell you why you wrong about her being wrong.
That's right.
She'll ask you
to the women.
she'll ask you to roll back the tape and everything. She's like, pull the clip.
You are so full of
pull
it.
the clip.
You are so full of it.
I mean, in No Rad's defense, she wasn't wrong. She just was looking at the prior process of eliminating.
Hold on. Union gang. Power to the people.
What up, Union gang?
Union gang in the chat. My son crawling behind me because he don't want to be on TV. I'm old.
So that I'm looking at that. The Georgia code, that 252, whatever it, 262. That's just pertaining directly to fraud, but it doesn't. It's not the code for actually removing it. So I have to look into it more. I don't know.
I'll send you the website link. Hold on one second.
No, I have the other website, the one that you were showing me, the BCR website.
Yeah. The one where you enter the data and it takes you to the next screen.
Oh, this is hold on. What do you? Chris Navarrete said she polled at 8% in her home state of California. Do you really think that Kamala Harris not going to win California? I want to hear this. Do you really listen? Let's stop everything else. I want to address this comment. Does this guy really think that California is going red this year or something?
Right. You know what's crazy? Like I said, this is all the information you need to know, right? This is all the information you need to know. Voter registration went from 100 some odd voters today on voter.org to 8,100 registrations a day. Literally overnight.
But Jones, hear what I'm saying. This guy in the chat is trying to convince us that she's only polling at 8% in California. Do you hear this? There is a bigger chance that a snowball can travel from the left to right side of hell and not melt than her polling at 8% in California.
Right.
Bruh.
I mean, she's leading. There's like
Trump in swing states and every other state, and
this
people just come.
8 out of the 12 most respected national polls, she's in the lead. So,
Fucking source. Yeah, she polling by 8% in the same poll that said the Earth is flat. That's right, exactly.
So I don't know what these folks be on.
Polling 8% in California is wild.
I mean, it depends on the state, but probably, lots of methanies running around.
No, I know, but it ain't California.
No, it's not.
Maybe 98%. You're probably closer to maybe even 88%. I'll buy 88%, but not 8%. Maybe you just didn't see the other number. Hey, maybe you got to fix the aspect ratio on your TV, and part of the screen was cut off. And it said
aspect ratio is crazy. When's the last time anybody's had to do that?
Right.
I sent you a text.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Union Gang trying to jump in the box and say he want to show his shirt off.
Go ahead.
I got a new shirt. Want to see it?
I'm not a mod. Oh, Jess is a mod, but I'm not a mod. All right, I see what it is.
Oh, bro, it's only been so many mod spots.
Oh, now he's too popular. My bad.
Now, I would call her up here to come and speak, but then I think I'd have to sleep on the couch tonight.
I'm with her, baby. I'm with her.
Hey, show that shit.
I'm with her, baby. Check that shit out, man. Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Oh, man. I'm all in, baby. I'm all in.
Hope, hate, heal, grow. Yeah. I love that. Hold on. Will it let me mirror the video?
Yeah, can you press mirror? Oh, yeah.
Oh, nah, it won't let me do it.
Well, plus, when you're a guest, you can't do it either. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy as a guest, man. You're always in backwards mode, man.
Right. Nah, I love that shirt, though. That shirt is lit.
Hey, I'm going to drop a shirt tomorrow. I'm going to drop a shirt tomorrow on my merch store. I don't even do political merch. I'm about to start. Yeah, it's going to say it to her face.
Oh, you know, you know, bro.
Here's my new shirt.
Oh, I like it.
Just
Who's afraid of little old me?
Jess, why isn't that a Gotcha Bitch shirt, though, Jess?
I sent her one.
Okay, first of all, he was going to send me one, but secondly, I bet it's not in white, and I'm mad about it.
No, they're in gray. But the vote down ballot shirts are all up now.
Okay, all right. I'll go look at those.
Kamala
but I
would
got
have been
this
the first
today.
First woman I donated money to, but actually it was Jess. She was the first female candidate I donated money to.
U.S. Army. I love you, Rick.
Oh, no, I get teary-eyed.
And when you run again, I'm going to back you again.
I know. Jolly did too. Jolly did me a solid too.
I
Yeah,
did.
we
I
gotta get
did.
you up in there, girl. We need you. We need you in power in this damn
more than one time.
Confederate loving state.
Yep. I'm running again. I already submitted my paperwork.
I donated all the way from crazy ass Florida, and I'll do it again.
I love you for it. I love it.
I'm gonna run. So.
Are you Jolly?
Yes.
What?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Tell me it's in
there, bro.
2025. Tell me it's in 2025.
I'm dead ass serious. I'm gonna give no details as of right now.
Even though I got you, bro. Shit,
want
I
to
got
do an
you on
event
that.
together.
But it's happening.
It's time to.
It's
Yes,
time.
we need
time
people
to
in there,
stop
man.
Dolly's
We
gonna
need
run for
people-
office, Ben.
We need our people in there.
Yeah.
Time to stop
We damn
bullshit.
sure do.
Yep.
And you can stir up some problems. Be some good trouble
Yes,
people.
we gotta make Virginia a real battleground
Yes.
state, man.
Listen, get ready to hear motherfucker on the Congress floor.
Yes, I love it.
I love that. I'm here for it. Shit, I might run too then if everybody else fucking doing it.
That's gonna be my
You
fucking
should.
slogan.
What city?
You
What
should.
city? What congressional district are you in, Jolly?
My slogan gonna be tired of this shit.
Well, are you running for like Virginia? Or are you
Jolly,
running
who's your
federal?
congressional? Who's your congressional guy? Are you in Goods district?
You mean
I
my
just
rep?
voted for Vimmen.
No, we're District 1. We just changed to District 1.
Oh, so you're in my district. You're in Whitman.
And we just changed
mine went to 7. They keep
Shit,
on
it goes all the way
switching them
to
like every
y'all.
election. They keep on switching.
We was 7 and then switched to 1. I'm like, why are we 1 now? How the fuck did that happen?
Exactly.
That's
It's
crazy
as
that
hell
you
I
guys
keep
are in the
switching those
same
two
district
before
as
that.
me.
Isn't
We
that
are
crazy?
so far apart. We are so far apart, man. What
That's
is
what I'm
that?
saying. This shit don't make no
It's
fucking
weird.
sense.
It's weird, man.
And it
It's weird.
extends
That's
all the way
actually
down to York
amazing.
County.
How about me and my wife knew who we was voting for? This is 2 years ago. We knew who we was voting for, had everything laid out. And then we started getting ready to go because it was like a week before the election day. Started looking. I was like, hey, babe, we're in a different district. She was like, what do you mean? I was like, we just got fucking changed. And we had to like do all new research to figure out who we're fucking voting for now because they just changed us.
If you saw the district, y'all, in the chat, you would know we're gerrymandered. It's literally a straight up stick from one side of Virginia to the other. It's wild. And then like they took city of Williamsburg out of out of Loria's district and put it in Whitman's district. And it was just enough to tilt the tides so that Kiggins could win and Whitman could maintain his position. It's fucked up.
The problem is they probably notified us about the change through snail mail. Listen, I don't look at my mail like that.
Leslie has hope, but she needs to work her ass off. Leslie Meta is our candidate.
Rads, I let them up. That person you told me to let up, but
I might have it backwards. Red. We went from 1 to 7. Did we go to 7 to 1 or 1 to 7?
No, you went from 7 to 1. We just looked it up. No, I think you're in 1. Yes, I just looked it up.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Jess. We went 7 to 1. No, we used to be 7. No, you're right, Red.
Well, I know Vimmen. Hold on. I think I still may have it. Hold on. I think I still got
Jones,
Vimmen
I thought we
saved.
weren't calling me Rads anymore. What happened?
Oh.
It's on your
Don't do it.
Why are we not calling you Rad? Or what are we calling you?
Rads.
I voted for Vimmen.
Lauren.
No, we're not calling me that either. Don't do it. I'll be so mad at you.
Yeah, man, because I walked in there and I seen Vimmen and I was like, we gotta hold it down for Vimmen, baby.
Okay, anybody that says Trump bullshit in the comment section, I'm inviting you up. And if you don't get up, I'm muting you because I can do that.
You already know how we
sacrifice a lot.
The only reason I did not vote for Vimmen, I'm gonna tell you why. Is his stance on Israel is way too heavy for me. I didn't like it.
Oh,
Well,
I wanted.
Ukrainian, bro.
Yeah, I didn't want Vindman either, but here we are.
You're Ukrainian.
He's made a shit ton of money though. He's gonna win.
Yeah, I got you on all that. I know. I said the only reason I didn't.
Because you know, Trump did him dirty too, man. Pushed him out the military after the first impeachment.
But I'll tell you this, I do got a special message. After Kamala Harris's speech tonight in Atlanta,
with lit.
Do you mind if I get the big box for 1 minute? I got a special message.
Oh my.
I see MAGA Mike in the chat.
I invited him.
Hey, listen, I got a special message from MAGA after the speech tonight in Atlanta. Hang on 1 second. Let me get my here we go right here. Here we go. You cooked, bro.
Yeah, MAGA Mike just be lying about everything. Talking about poverty rate dropped to you know what I'm saying, all-time low after the tax cuts. That's such a lie.
No, sir, that is incorrect.
That's all made up.
Right. That's what we call made up.
Seen a little dry
That's what we call
trying to
fake
Trump.
news.
Why won't MAGA Mike get in the box and just debate us then?
Oh, he's afraid of me. MAGA Mike will
I
literally
invited
never
him.
talk to me.
I
Yeah,
invited him.
he's scared to death of me.
They've been running hard since Kamala started
MAGA Mike's
surging,
a
man.
bitch.
They've been
He's a
quiet.
big fat bitch. He's the biggest bitch of the whole wide world.
They just trying to be like their candidate and they're scared to debate.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
when I
sure.
tell you that there's a whole gang of them that just won't talk as long as I'm around. Now, I mean, if y'all want me to just
I
leave,
think she picking old boy Shapiro, man. She gonna announce him where in Pennsylvania, right? She picked Shapiro, no doubt.
I don't think
I don't know. That Minnesota governor is kind of fire. He was kind of good on the white dude call yesterday.
So hold on, what did
Whoever
Kelly?
she
Kelly
pick,
did
I'm
Kelly
cool with it.
remove himself?
No, Kelly's still on the short list.
That's. I mean, I think that's probably the best.
She's
But he
announcing
hasn't been
NPA,
stepping
right?
up like these other people have.
But we need Kelly to stay where he at. To be
I
honest
think the tale is she announced
I
it
agree.
from PA. So if she announced it from PA, it's Shapiro, man. She
If
going
she
after that
announced it from
electoral.
PA, it would only make sense. It would only make sense.
Yes, because she going after electoral college votes, baby. That's 20 votes. Swing state. Tactical
Did I
move.
tell you I was going to the fucking DNC with
I
creator?
know, bro. You told right at the end of my live stream. I told everybody, I was like, bro, you going? I was like, what?
I got creator credentials.
Oh no shit, bro. You own 5 million, man.
Aren't you fancy?
This is their first year ever doing what's called creator credentials, and they gave a certain number. I don't know what the number is of creators credentials. And in the email, it tells us what we have. We're going to have access to the floor. We're going to have a special box that we can fucking stream from and post content from, and have access to fucking delegates and other people from.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to send me my whatchamacallit to fill out the FBI background check thing.
The Secret Service.
Secret Service. Same
Do you
shit.
see what I text you?
Uh,
Read it.
Hey, maybe if I didn't get banned 25 times, I'll get some of that too.
I'm
right?
running a race in Falmouth, so I can't do it. Otherwise, I would go.
You should have fucking applied anyway, just to see what happened, really. That's what you should have done.
I'm good,
I almost
man.
did myself.
Somebody got to be like Rush Limbaugh, man, working behind the scenes, right? I gotta be that.
But also, you would have 5 days PTO and shit too. So.
Yo, using Rush Limbaugh as a reference, I mean, as like an example, bro, is crazy. That's diabolical.
Well, but yeah, of course. Look how he did the right. That's how I'm gonna be for the left, man.
Oh, this
I gotta
corny
be like,
motherfucker got in the box. What's up, corny?
MAGA Mike.
Hey, when you was looking
This
for
isn't the old MAGA Mike, is it? Or is this a new MAGA Mike?
MAGA Mike, when you was looking for your personality, how'd you land on that one?
I say again?
I said when you were searching for a personality, how'd you land on that one?
Oh, it trolls well.
Got it. So you're not voting for Trump?
Oh, absolutely. So I made a claim, and then y'all made a claim. Y'all said that it was a lie that in 2019 was not the lowest poverty rate on record. It absolutely is.
It's not.
No, absolutely isn't.
Yeah. So.
So hang on, what's your claim? I didn't hear your claim. I'm gonna look it up while we're talking. What's your claim?
2019 was the lowest poverty rate on record.
All right, I'll look it up. You guys talk.
Well, hold on. You got to look at the U.S. Census Bureau. Look at income and poverty in the United States, 2019.
Motherfucker, if what you're saying is true, I'll find it.
And you think Trump did this? What policy did Trump do to contribute to this?
Well, I'm just saying that in 2019, that's 3 years into his administration. That's several years.
No, it's not, bro. Do y'all not know how to do math?
They do not know how to do math.
It's 2 years into his presidency.
Yeah, so it's 2017, 18, and 19.
Yeah, so 2 years into his presidency.
So how did he, so I'm just curious, because the tax plan went into effect in 2018, which means that you didn't actually file it to the beginning of 2019. So how did 2019 we experience the lowest poverty due to something
It does say that the U.S. poverty rate
no, it is 2.5%.
was 10.5% in 2019,
Yeah.
according to the Census Bureau. But I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
Well, no, I would agree with it, but I would say no, MAGA. Here's my question to you though. Even if that is factually true, which I think it is, I'm not going to deny it.
Well, y'all did
First of all,
deny it. That's my point.
Okay, but it's not because of Trump.
Well, I mean, here we are, well into his administration, well into his policies of deregulation, well into his tax cuts. So we were told that when this bill was passed, that it would not help out the poor people, and not only that, middle incomes, the wages for middle class Americans reached a record high in 2019 as well.
That's false, and I literally showed the evidence proving that.
No, if you look at real median income,
thanks Obama.
Look at a Fred chart of real median income. You'll see.
If he did so well, why did he lose in 2020 then?
Well, I mean, we had COVID.
Why did 95% of black women vote against him? 87% of black men.
There's a huge disinformation campaign against Trump.
Yeah.
Can you explain why we had the largest job cuts in 2019 pre-pandemic? We saw a loss of 592,000 jobs because of literal policy that the tariffs that Trump enacted. Also, you talking about the poverty rate. Poverty rate literally was a result of, again, Obama era policy. In fact, if you go and look, it literally says that the trajectory for poverty had been going down on a steady decline all the way up to 2019 until 2020 hit and the pandemic hit. So if that means it's a steady decline for over 2 decades, that's not a Trump policy. That's the gradual improvement of a U.S. economy.
Well, I mean, we can take a look at Obama's policy where he extended the Bush tax cuts, and then he made the Bush tax cuts permanent. But this is this stat is well into Trump's administration, and we were told that. Hold on, we were told that these tax cuts would ruin the middle class.
They did.
We were told that these tax cuts.
They did. They cost us $1.9 trillion, and we looked at it now. It only benefited a small percentage of American citizens. 13% saw actual a net return on the tax cuts. 13% of American citizens saw an actual return on the tax cuts. So you're telling me 13% equates to some record lifting people up?
Yeah, not nearly.
Yeah, but
not even that. The tax cut wouldn't even do that because the tax cut wouldn't even affected people until 2020 and 2021.
If you look at the primary sources, you'll see that wages.
I am looking at the primary sources.
What's crazy is like we only have data. We only have data for the poverty rate up to 2022. We don't have it for 2023 or 2024.
So you need to look at real median income because it accounts for inflation. I don't know where Business Insider is getting their sources, but when you account for inflation, which you have to because inflation is a big deal, in 2019, wages reached an all-time high for middle-income earners. It reached a record high. It was higher in 2019, more so than it is today.
Yeah, but what policies would Trump have passed to, you know what I'm saying, to have an effect on that income? Is the real question.
What was the median income? Hey, MAGA, what was the median income? Tell me what the median income was that you're claiming was the best.
The median income?
Yeah. What was the median income? Yeah. 2019. Yeah, go look it up.
So we're going to look at real median income because real median income is, it accounts for inflation. If you just go median income, that will not count for inflation.
Income. I'm looking at the current one, so I want you to tell me what 2019 was.
Okay, do you want household real median
I want
household
real
income?
median household income, yes.
Okay.
Also, when you're done, say something.
In 2019, it was $78,250. In 2018, it was 73. So there was a trend up during Obama, his last couple of years. And then we saw a real boost, like a hockey puck effect shortly after.
Well, let's see the graph. I want to see that.
You're a liar. It was 68,000 in 2019, and it is currently 70. I think it was 74,000 currently.
Well, hold on, ma'am. I don't think that you're looking at real median household income.
Yes, I am. It says the thing I'm looking at says real median income, household income. That is exactly what I'm looking at.
Are you looking at the St. Louis Fred?
I'm seeing the Fred thing as well. The source is the U.S. Census Bureau. That the Fred is showing real median household income in the United States is $78,250
in 2019. Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And what is it showing for right now?
The last reported data was 2022, and it was 74,580.
So we don't have any current data, even though we know that income for every single American has gone up.
Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Haniyeh was assassinated.
Okay, well, I gotta
in
go.
Tehran.
I'm glad I was able to educate y'all on the facts. But y'all have a good...
Shut the fuck up, Mike.
I didn't even get to speak.
I know he didn't educate anybody on anything. I told you he won't let anybody else talk, bro. He's a clown.
Well, I didn't even get to speak. So, what I was going to say is everything I'm researching. That he's right about the 2019 thing, and it's 100% thanks Obama.
Yeah.
Like that's how things work. Like you see the effects of things a couple of years after it happened. No matter who does it, it takes a couple 3 years to pick the effects. So we wouldn't even really see the real effects of Trump's economy until 2020, 2021. But COVID fucks that up, obviously. And you won't see the real effects of Biden's economy until 2025, 2026. I mean, that's just how it works.
I want to see the real effects of somebody going to jail for their crimes. That's what I want to see.
Damn. Hamas's leader was killed in Tehran.
In Tehran, like in
Iran.
Iran, Tehran. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure they dust somebody else off and put them in there. They normally do.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, I'm looking at the U.S. Census Bureau, and it says 68,000 for real median income in 2019. But
I see that also. It's median household income by state. Are you looking at that one, the Excel sheet, or
no, I'm looking at this one. It's looking median household income of 68,000 in 2019, an increase of 6.8% from the 2018.
The 2019 real median income of families.
Right. It was acting like it was the overall, so that's what I'm confused about. But I guess I must be looking at something different than y'all.
I don't know what difference it make. It's still up now.
Well, he's arguing that it's 4,000 lower than it was in 2020. It's $4,000 lower in 2022 versus 2019, but that would make sense. And currently, I guarantee you, I guarantee you, it's much higher currently.
So the one that he was talking about is on fred.stlouisfed.org. That's where that site is coming from, and they pulled that data supposedly from the U.S. Census Bureau. And that's a chart. I have my computer if you want to see it.
It doesn't matter. Like, all that matters is literally 2017, 2018. These are Obama's economy. So 2019 reflects 2017, 2018. That's how life works.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
All right, y'all. My old ass needs to go to bed, yeah.
Well, like I said, tell me a policy Trump passed. Yep. Tax cuts don't reduce poverty level. Anybody who thinks tax cuts reduce poverty level is a fucking idiot. Because they don't. Tax cuts don't reduce poverty. That's not how tax cuts work.
And he was too busy crime in there, too. Remember, he had turned the White House into a trap house in them years.
We need lower cost of living, higher median income, plus tax cuts, plus this, plus that. Then poverty is affected, but.
All right, y'all. I'm going to bed. I'm exhausted.
All right, guys.
Okay,
Good night. Thank you. I appreciate all y'all for hanging out.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
I'll see y'all in the morning at some point. But I need to go take my old ass to sleep. Jess, Mandy, Lauren, Angela.
Shut the fuck
Russell.
I hate you. I fucking hate you. Goodbye.
I love y'all.
All right, Ricky.
All right, bro.